upset. And it's an upset that's very, very realistic. It's an upset that's very, very possible. England are going to have to be at their best to get a result here because Senegal are the African champions. I mean, it's true they've got the mentality of champions. Gareth Southgate was talking about that during the press conference. He was saying that they believe in themselves. They've got an amazing work ethic. They've got the mentality of champions because they are champions. And it's going to be a real challenge for England to get something out of this game. I think England have got some really good weapons up front. Obviously, the concern is going to be in defence, but Maguire has actually been playing really well. France just sent quite the statement. France just sent quite the message with their victory against Poland, picking up a 3-0 win. France didn't just get through, but they got through with ease. I mean, even though it was 1-0 for the longest time, they were not in any trouble. You know, there really weren't too many moments where you thought that Poland were going to score. I don't even think Poland had a shot on target in the second half outside of the penalty. They managed to get like a late penalty. But as I said, I don't think there was any opportunities that were created outside of that for Poland. So the game was 3-1 in the end, the late penalty. But yeah, I mean, it was just straightforward for France. I feel like France for about 15 minutes at the end of that game, just passing it around, and it was just a training session for them. There was really nothing in that game for them to be worried about. There was nothing in that game that meant that they had to risk players. They actually took off a couple of players. I think they took off Dembele, they took off Giroud, and played the final part of that game with a slightly weakened side. And so it meant that they are now fresh as they go into this quarterfinal game. And obviously they can sit back now, fresh of a victory. They can sit back and watch this game and wait and see who their opponents are going to be. It is just worth mentioning that these teams that you can see on screen, they are not the finalized teams. They are not the confirmed teams. These are the predicted teams from SofaScore. And you can see that there's no Gueye for Senegal. He got suspended, so he's missing this game. As well as that, Mane is missing this game. Of course, he's missing the whole World Cup. That's a massive blow for Senegal. Senegal have been pretty solid. I would say they've had some nice moments. They're not a side that strike fear into my heart, per se. They would if they had their full strength, but they are not full strength at the moment. As we said, I think Idrissa Gueye, who plays for Everton, he is missing. He is one of their most important players. He is someone that's played for them since 2011. He is a constant and a leader. His place in the starting lineup is secure. But as we said, I believe he misses this one. He could have surpassed Kamara's record of 99 Senegal caps at this World Cup. I don't know what he's on now. He's 33 years old. And he was on the verge of being Senegal's most capped player. He was on the road to that. So far, scores in this tournament for him have been 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, and 8 out of 10 in that final game. So, yeah, fantastic player. Obviously, they've still got some amazing talent. They got Sarr, who's only 24 years old, plays for Watford. We know him very well. He's been picking up some decent scores as well. Gueye, they've still got Gueye that comes from Marseille in midfield. He's going to be quite tricky as well. Papa Sarr is a young prospect, only 20 years old. He's actually at Tottenham. We haven't seen loads from him at the moment. But they've got, it looks like he could be in the number 10 position. So look, they've got weapons. They've got youth. They've got speed. They've got ability. They've got in Koulibaly, one of the world's great defenders. In Mendy, they've got one of the world's great keepers. I mean, I think I'm right in saying that Mendy was voted the best goalkeeper of the Champions League just a couple of seasons ago. And obviously plays at a very high level. Like this is gonna be a really tricky game. Like we keep talking about France and all of this, and we need to make sure that we're not doing Senegal a disservice by looking past them. And certainly England won't have looked past them. But I think English fans might just have one eye on that French game. But even so, let's see what we've got coming up as we have Senegal in about 1 hour, 50 minutes. Let's get a poll up, shall we? So, who do you expect? Who do you expect to progress? Let's ask that question. Let's put up England and Senegal. So England and Senegal, put that up in the poll. I always have to just do a bit of housekeeping work because YouTube love to not send out notifications. It's one of YouTube's favorite things to do, is to not let people know that we're actually live. And there's every chance that that's what's happening right now. So do need to just do a couple of little bits. That looks pretty good, though. Looks like that's all working. Get in your votes, get in your thoughts as to which way you think this is going to go. You're just going to have to excuse me for a second as I just put up a post in the community tab just to let people know that we're live because, as I said, I really don't know if this gets sent out or not. I hope it does, but I have been told that they haven't been. So let's go down. There's England, Senegal. Bang. Live now. Live now. England versus Senegal. FIFA World Cup of 16 elimination. Boom. Okay. Once I'm done with this, we'll jump into the chat, get your thoughts, see what you lot are saying. Qatar 2022. Lovely. Done. Let's go England, says Kieran. Come on, England, said Mosley, the wrestling gods. Abdullah said, do you think this will go to penalties? I don't know. I really don't know. I think that England have got a wonderful ability of being nervy. They've got a wonderful ability of making things hard on themselves. I think that they are going to come into this. They're going to battle. They're going to have chances. I could see England taking some of those chances, though. I think that I'm going to go into this with some confidence. I really am. I'm going to go into this with some confidence and say that England are going to win this game in 90 minutes. So I think England win in 90 minutes. I think they avoid extra time. It might not be as convincing as what we just saw from France, though. It could, and this is going to be a hell of a battle. Senegal absolutely are going to want to get through. But you got to remember that this is a team that are used to Champions League. This is a team that are used to tournaments. They're used to playing at the highest levels. I think for the longest time, English teams didn't really do that great in Europe. If you actually look back, like throughout the 90s, there wasn't really much success in Europe for English teams. Even going into the 2000s, there was the odd moment like Arsenal getting to the final but not winning. Obviously, we had Chelsea and Man United final, but that was around about 2008. Liverpool getting to a final in 2005. But to be honest, like they're not consistently doing that and achieving that at that time. And so, like, for English players, they just weren't being exposed to those experiences as often. And now it feels like they are. This feels not just like an England side that's full of Premier League stars. This feels like an England side that's got plenty of Champions League experience and, you know, getting ready for these type of cup games, these kind of big knockout games. Like, that's going to be second nature to a lot of these players. The same can't be said for Senegal. Senegal have got plenty of players that do not play in these kind of environments. But as I said, you know, I mean, can you get any advantage from that? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes the biggest of difference, but the experience is certainly with England. It's just, I feel like they're going to be cool, calm, collected, but it's just, can they take their chances? Can they take their chances? Congo said Senegal 2-1. Kevin said, let's go Senegal 2-1. Kieran said, let's go England 4-1. Daz said, my heart says 4-1 or 3-0, depending on the lineup. Fitzies says, you're early, the match doesn't kick off till 7. Yes. Marcus said, I'm going to enjoy the game tonight. I think we will go through, but we're not going to get past France. Josh said, I could see it going to extra time. England just do not do knockout games the easy way. It's a good point. It's a really good point. I mean, I think that England, this is an English team, though, an English side that is maybe different from the England teams of the past. I think if you was to look over the past 4 years, this English side has actually been doing some stuff we just haven't been seeing from England. And I think as fans, we're still not quite adapted to that yet. We're still not quite used to that. Tournament after tournament after tournament, I'm so used to having my heart broken that we're still not quite, like, we go into these games, like, really, like, oh, I don't know. I would say that England fans are saying that we should get past Senegal, right? And that we should be, like, you know, playing France, yeah? So, on one hand, England fans are definitely saying that. But then on the other hand, I think if you ask them right now, how do you feel? They'd be like, oh, God, this is going to be hard, you know. This is actually going to be hard. All of a sudden, now it's hard. Like, you ask them yesterday, it's like, yeah, we'll get past Senegal, and then, like, we're going to have to deal with France. But now you ask them now, just before the game, they'll be like, oh, my God, yeah, no, this is actually really difficult. So, like, England fans are... we're a weird breed. But I'm exactly the same. I've been feeling quietly confident, and now the game's here. I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is actually, they're the African champions, you know. They are the African champions. So I think it's nerves in it. I think it's a little bit of nerves. But this England team has been doing stuff that we just haven't been seeing. And some of that is like, if you look back at their results at the Euros, they beat Germany in 90 minutes. So, you know, that game had extra time written all over it. Then they went over to Italy, I think it was, to play Ukraine. So it went over there and away from Wembley, which we hadn't done much of in the Euros. A lot of people saying, oh, it's going to be tricky being away from England, away from Wembley. I mean, I think we won that game 4-0, and we looked really convincing in that game as well. Then we came back, and obviously, semi-final, Denmark. Denmark was such a wonderful team, though. They were one of the teams of the tournament, but... yeah, just at the Euros, there's 2 knockout games there that we won in 90 minutes. Then if you go back to the last World Cup, Colombia went to penalties, but that was really important because, like, we won that penalty shootout, and that was a big deal for us. But the Sweden game we won in 90 minutes. Like, the Sweden game we managed to get done in 90 minutes. And then the Croatia game is the one we went out in. And that's the one that was 1-1. And to be honest, I think we did learn some big lessons from that. I think Southgate learnt some big lessons from that Croatia defeat. So I think the Croatia defeat taught us stuff. I think the Italy penalty shootout loss and the Italy game, I think and hope, taught us some stuff. I'm coming into this with, I think, as much confidence as I can, to be honest. I'm coming into this with as much confidence as possible. I think this is a really special group of players. I think that we've got some real talent in this side, not just up front, but in midfield. I mean, with Bellingham, for example, you have great confidence that he can unlock a team. And then, you look at the back line. I mean, Kyle Walker's a great defender. I think Shaw's playing well. Stones is a good defender at centre-back. I don't think Stones' place was ever really under threat. It was just who was going to partner Stones. And Maguire has stepped up. And I've just got confidence about this team. I've always liked Pickford in an England shirt as well, so don't have an issue with the keeper. So, yeah, I look at Senegal. They got weapons that can hurt us, but we have definitely got weapons that are going to hurt them. And I suppose as England fans, just have to believe we're going to get chances, and we've got the talent to put those chances away. I think that a win tonight, there's potential to get past France, says Macarise. There are gaps in that French defence, as Poland found, but they just weren't very clinical. Fortnite said Mbappe can be stopped. If he couldn't, then PSG would win the Champions League every year. That's a good point. Dragon Slayer said it's coming home. Millennial said, I think if England go to extra time, there's a big possibility for Senegal to win. I don't know if England have the legs. Flitzy said, I just watched France. Mbappe will kill England's defence if we get through. Jilly said, here it is for the big game. Good luck, Days. Good luck, England. I am rooting for you. It will be a big boom to the channel and the community. Jilly, shout out to you. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Can England do it? Can they get through to a quarterfinal? The expectation in England is that they get through this game and they get to the quarterfinal. And then, honestly, most pundits do have England going out at that point. So if England do go out to France, I don't think there will be surprise. I don't think there would be anger. I think there would be disappointment. It would be very interesting to know how Southgate would react. And, would he stick around? Would he go? I don't know what the future would hold for him. Honestly, if we go out tonight, it would be very interesting to know how the FA react. I wonder if they've had that talk or that thought, or I wonder if that conversation has took place. What if England go out in the group stages? What if England go out to Senegal? I wonder if those conversations have been had, because there are some big managers that are out there that are available that we could go and get. You know, we've got Pochettino, who was a former Tottenham manager, former Paris Saint-Germain manager, sat in a studio just watching for the BBC. Like, he's a big manager that could do a job for England. Thomas Tuchel might be the favourite. I mean, he is someone that's seen as like a master tactician. He won the Champions League with Chelsea. He has said that he'd be open and interested in doing the England job. So that's a tasty prospect. So, you know, we've got some really interesting options out there. And if we were to fall short, and I think going out today would be seen as falling short, then I'd be very interested to see what the fallout would be. I think there'd be a lot of noise. For Southgate to go if we do go out here. James said, I am effing nervous. Flybirds Fly sent, since US lost, I really hope England win the World Cup, said Flybirds Fly. That's kind, dude. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Fortune said, if it goes to penalties, then I think Senegal will win. Jellyhead said Rashford is going to get 3. Fitzy said, big news is that Idrissa Gueye is suspended. That is a big miss. And Mane isn't involved as well. Fortune said, if Mane was playing, I would bet my house. That I'm guessing Senegal would win. I mean, to be honest, they would be a much tougher prospect. I still think, though, that we'd be doing England a disservice. This is an England side that's got the likes of Rashford, Saka, Kane, Bellingham, Rice. You could bring in Grealish. You can bring in Foden. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is an England side that's got talent. So even if you've got Sadio Mane, I mean, he is a big difference maker. Of course he is. Not having him is, I think, the reason why England fans feel a bit more comfortable. That is a big loss for Senegal. I do agree. But even with him, would Senegal get past England? We'll never know, I suppose. We'll never know. Have you begun to consider singing Hanson's Bop, says Yahoga. I have not considered it yet, no, but who knows? Maybe if England knock out France, then we'll break out a version of Bop. Just realised that Days has changed his shirt. Yeah, it's only hanging over there, to be honest. I tend to just have it on a hanger over there, so I don't have to venture too far. Mark, shout out to you. James, shout out to you. We have got 35 minutes to go, and then we should be getting the team news. The team news on screen is the possible predicted lineup. I haven't actually heard the rumours as to what the lineup is. I think James was saying earlier there was some rumours doing the rounds that it might be Saka, Foden, Harry Kane somehow. So Saka, I'm guessing it would be Saka, Kane, Foden, with Foden on the left and Saka on the right. I think Saka has to play. Saka's looked quite good. The only problem is that Rashford looked better on the right than he did on the left. So I don't know quite how Rashford's going to do on the left. But yeah, it does feel like Foden needs to be in there. I think Foden in that like number 10 position. I mean, really, you could look to play the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1, and then the middle of the three could be Foden, just behind Harry Kane, with Saka and Rashford either side. And then you've got Rice and Bellingham just behind. So 4-2-3-1 would be tempting. You never know if he's going to do a back five, though. Back five could be in his thoughts. I expect a back five against France. If we do get through, then I think England play a back five against France. And if you're going to do that, are you like going to try it here? Do you need to do it here and get the team like ready for that next game if it potentially happens? Because I don't know that we've played a back five at this tournament yet. A back five would mean that you would have the likes of Walker, Stones, Maguire, and then on the wings you would have Trippier and you would have Shaw. They would obviously be going up and down. So when you're defending, you've got 5 at the back. But when you're going forward, like you've only got 3. And then you've got your 2 guys in Shaw and Trippier getting forwards and helping the front lines. So I could see him going that way. I wonder what he'll line up with. Yeah, the lineup's going to be very interesting. The formation is going to be very interesting as well. Maguire is a red card prone. He better be putting in a good performance, said Dylan. Fitzy said Foden needs to start for my team tonight. I would pick Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Bellingham, Rice, Foden, Kane, Sterling, and Rashford. So would you go with Rashford on the right, Foden in the middle, Sterling on the left? That does make sense. And then Harry Kane in the 9. That does make sense. Saka's hard to drop though, isn't he? But I suppose in a way, Saka's also a very tasty impact sub. Saka's also someone that's really great to be able to bring off a bench. So, yeah, England have got options, man. They've got options, and that's the exciting thing. There's some real squad depth here for England. Yahuga said, let's go Saka. Peter said, where in Europe have you travelled? Where have I travelled? I mean, I've been to Spain and Italy. I think I went to Germany as a kid. I've been to Poland. I think that might be about it. I don't think I've ever been to France, you know. I feel like I've probably driven through France. But, yeah, I think I've probably driven through France. But I don't think I've ever, stopped off in France. White has gone home, said Bonzo. That is correct. White has gone home. I was disappointed that we couldn't replace him, to be honest. I was really hoping that we were going to be able to replace Ben White. But, yeah, he's gone home for personal reasons and don't know what they are. James said, there's no chance I'd play Sterling. He's done nothing in the games that he's played so far. Bonzo said White isn't in the team anymore. Triple A said, what game do you think will go to penalties? Well, I am looking at Switzerland. I think that Switzerland against Portugal is an interesting battle. I also think that Croatia and Japan is very interesting. And then also you've got Morocco and Spain. So there's definitely potential for games to go into penalties and go that little bit deeper. So, yeah, there's a few games there that I think have got potential. Unfortunately, I do think that England-Senegal has also got potential as well. So I am a little bit worried about today. But in Gareth, we believe. In Southgate, we trust. And we'll soon find out if he gets it right or if he gets it wrong. Dort Knight said, whoever we play with, Kane will not be happy. Saka scored 2. Rashford has 3. And everyone wants Foden to play. Excellent. I have England-Senegal on FS1. For France-Poland, I had to stream it on Peacock, says Jilly. Oh. Fitzy said Argentina are playing the Netherlands in the quarterfinal. They are. That'll be a good game, that will. That'll be a good game. Dylan has got it 3-0. Millennial said, what do you think about Spain? I really like Spain. I think Spain are quite scary in the sense of they scored 7 past Costa Rica. And what you would say about Spain is that they are a team that struggle to actually score goals. They are a team that struggle to actually convert their chances. They don't have really a world-class number 9. So seeing them get in 7 goals against Costa Rica was quite intimidating. Now, obviously, they didn't follow that up with any performances or any goal threats, like goal fests, like we saw. But even so, they've shown that they are capable of doing something like that. Granted, it was Costa Rica, but even so, that was, there's something they can take from that. There's something they can take from that. Their link-up play, their finishing, they've got it within their team to be able to do that. So I like them. Their passing ability is amazing, obviously, but they've been that way a long time. Their possession-based play as well, like over 1,000 passes. The only thing is with Spain is that you can do all of that, but unless you're going to actually do something with the ball, it's pointless just passing it around for 1,000 passes. But if you don't actually get into the opposition penalty area or around their penalty area and get into shooting range, the whole thing's irrelevant. The whole thing's redundant. Like, it's lovely build-up play, but it's nothing more than that. So I like Spain. I think that they have absolutely got an opportunity to go toe-to-toe with anyone in the world. They will have possession against anyone in the world. They are a team that are trained to want the ball and want to beat players and want to, like, just pass it around and work as a cog in a machine. Spain are a very different team. They're a very interesting team. But they are also a team that traditionally does not take chances, doesn't even create that many chances, but possession and all of that kind of stuff. So I think there's every chance that the semi-final on this side could be France-Spain. I think there's every chance we get that. And honestly, I think like the dynamism, if that's even a word, the dynamic movement of Mbappe, the speed, the acceleration, the change of pace, the little tricks and things. I think that would just that would do Spain, to be honest. I think that he is someone that could carve them apart. So I like them, but I don't see them as future winners. Would you like to see Chad Gable against Kurt Angle? Not really. Not really. I don't think Chad Gable's that big of a star. He's just a bit of a comedy character from one part of a tag team, so that wouldn't really do it for me. Forever Red said it's going to be 4-0 England. Fitzy says, come on, England. I've got a £5 bet on England, and if I win, I get £70 if they win the World Cup. Wow. Hello from the States. I think this is going to be a good match, said Angus. Angus, shout out to you. Paul said, do you think Foden will start? I honestly don't know what Southgate's going to want to do here. I mean, there's some very athletic, very fast players. I think he might want to go with some speed. I think you're almost certainly going to get Saka. Rashford's got some pace about him. I could see him playing Saka, Foden, Rashford with Harry Kane in front. That's what I'm thinking. I think Saka, Foden, Rashford, Harry Kane up front. I think you could find a way of getting all of them in. There's not really a clamour for Jack Grealish. He seems to be fine to come off a bench. Sterling just hasn't really done it, but again, lovely player to bring off the bench. Mason Mount has been a bit quiet, and so his position's probably going to get, we're already seeing him lose his spot. So I don't know if he gets that back, to be honest. So I think almost certainly we're going to want to protect the back line. So Bellingham and Rice, I could see definitely being there. Kyle Walker at right back. Yeah, I feel like that'll be the team. This is the predicted lineup, but I'm not sure that I see England lining up like this. I really think it could be a 4-2-3-1. EJ, the DJ, shout out to you. Ember said, please no mounts. We don't need mounts. Dat Connecta says, Senegal all the way. Days breaking news, Sterling not playing. It's a family matter, says Brandon. James said, my team prediction is going to be Pickford's, Trippier, Maguire, Stone, Shaw, Rice, Bellingham, Mount, Foden, Kane, and Saka. John said Sterling is out. Okay. Well, if Sterling is out, then that's at least one headache dealt with. But obviously, we'd rather have him available. Obviously, we would rather have him, at least on the bench available to come on and play. So That is a bit of a problem for England to not have him at all, in all fairness. But I think a lot of people would be quite happy for him to not be in the starting 11. What makes you into football? Mine is when my cousin invited me. You had to be into it when you were in school, but I mean, it was the only thing people were talking about. You either had to be into football or you would struggle to have a conversation with people. It was really the only thing people were interested in talking about. Dort Knight said, my prediction is Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Bellingham, Henderson and Rice, Foden, Saka, Kane. So you're going for like a 4-3-3? Trying to put a bit more steel into the middle of the park with Henderson. Easy99 said, Chelsea is my football team. A video game made me a Chelsea fan. I don't know if this World Cup will be it, but the squad with Southgate will win a cup, maybe a World Cup or a Euros in the next 8 years, says Peter. Tilius said, I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think Henderson must start. He's the only proper leader in the squad. He doesn't have to play 90 minutes, but need to start to keep the tempo up in and out of possession. No, it's an excellent point. I mean, it is true. You don't see, and I listened to a lot of TalkSport, and there was a lot of people calling in that are like, what does Harry Kane do? What does he do? Because you don't see him like talking to people on the pitch, and you don't see him like doing that, like shouting and leading. But they said, I think it was Darren Bent said that he knows a lot of players that have played with Harry Kane, and they all say he is an excellent captain. They all say he is an excellent captain. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, you can, I suppose, lead in different ways, can't you? I think Henderson is someone that's vocal on the pitch, whereas Harry Kane maybe does a bit more talking in the changing rooms, you know? James said, I'm not United biased like some Liverpool fans. Bonzo said, is Stabridge's finest to start? He better. He flipping better. Jude Bellingham. Hey, Jude. One of the best young footballers in the world. Do you know what was really cool, actually? They went over to Starbridge and they watched the game against Wales, like some locals in Starbridge Football Club. And on TV, I think it was even on BBC, they went to Starbridge Football Club and they were chatting to some of the locals, some of the people from Starbridge, just like asking how they found the game and everything, and if they were proud of Jude and all that kind of stuff. So we're actually seeing Starbridge and Starbridge Football Club getting shown on TV now, all thanks to Jude. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Collecting Premier League 95 stickers got me into football, says Forever Red. That's really cool. Starbridge's finest to start. Holy balls. Did you sleep, said Metal. I did get some sleep. I would have enjoyed a little bit longer, of course, but hey-ho. It is what it is. Joe said, I think Henderson's going to start. Yahuga said, Saka is a smart player with great skill. He seems to be a large part of England's future. Yeah, he very much is. He's obviously still very young. He's someone that brings a lot of kind of forward intent, and that's something that England have really been missing, to be honest. They've really been missing those players that can pick up the ball and like drive forwards and make things happen. For the longest time, England just had players that would pass the ball from side to side, and they would try the odd forward pass, but to be honest, they'd try it and it would come back and nothing would really happen. Now we've got players that have got a little bit more about them. We've got players like Bellingham, for example, that can create something. We've got players like Saka that can create something. We've got players like Foden, Grealish. They can all do something. So we've just got these much more creative players now that aren't just going to go and play the same way that England have always played with, like, you know, trying to go down the channels, passing it about. Like, it really feels like we've got many, many more options now. So very exciting time for England, and Saka is absolutely a part of that, yes. There will be more aggressive fouls tonight, said Akashic. 24 days, 7 days a week. Boom. Easy99 said, if I was Southgate, I would go 3-4-3. That's interesting. Pickford, Walker, Maguire, Stones. Shaw, Jude, Rice, Saka. Foden, Kane, and Grealish. Do you lack a little bit of pace with that, though? That's the only thing. Do you lack a little bit of pace? I mean, I suppose you do have Saka in there, but the other problem you've got is that you are... Who have you got? You got Walker, Maguire, Stones, Luke Shaw, Jude, Rice, Saka, Foden, Kane, Grealish. Where are you putting Saka? Are you putting Saka as like a wide left or something? Because if you've got Foden, Kane, Grealish as your front three, then Saka, I'm guessing, is wide left. And so is your back three Walker. Walker must be wide right. Maguire, Stones, Shaw as your back three? Or are you putting Saka wide right and then you're putting Luke Shaw wide left and then you've got Walker, Maguire, Stones as your back three? I think you've done that, haven't you? Okay. Daz said, team is out soon. Edo said, do you think Pickford is the best pick? I think so, yeah. I mean, he's actually really good at penalties. And even during the Euro final, I think he saved one. I remember England just needed to score their 3 and they were going to win. So I think Pickford is someone that you can... He's a great shot stopper. His distribution's pretty good. I think he does have a mistake in him, but we don't tend to see that for England. And to be honest, there's a lot of goalkeepers that have got mistakes in them. So, like, Pickford is someone that I think maybe if he was at a bigger club, he would get more respect. But because he's at Everton and Everton keep, like, messing around at the bottom end of the table, like, if he was at a bigger club and if he was getting Champions League football, then I think he would be a lot more highly regarded. But there's question marks around him because he plays for a team that's a little bit lower in the Premier League at the moment, and he does have an odd mistake in him. But I think for England, he is the rightful number 1, yes. We're just seeing some pictures on screen right now of people in pubs having a meal. It's a lovely looking meal, actually. A lovely pub meal there. Kissing replica World Cup. We've got the TVs on. The beers are being drunk. There's lots of optimism, lots of expectation, lots of it's coming home. So England expects. What have they got up their sleeve? We're about 17 minutes away. Team news will probably be out. Team news out, says Brandon. Team is out now. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's have a little gander. I was just about to say team news should be coming out very soon, but it's out. Calm down, everyone. Apparently it's out. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We've been speculating about what we might be seeing from an England lineup. Speculate no more. Here it is. Let's... Bellingham is in the starting lineup. Henderson is in the starting lineup. That's going to surprise some people. But Henderson is in there. So England putting a little bit of steel in the middle of the park. Haven't seen the full lineup yet. We're just going to get it. We're going to look at it together. Here are the team sheet. Here's the team sheet for England. Let's bring it down. There we go. There is the England team news. And of course, if you need to put a picture of a player up, you go with Jude. So it is Pickford in goal. It is Walker, Shaw, Stones, Maguire. That looks like a back four. So Walker, Shaw, Stones, Maguire. Then it's Rice and Henderson as the two just in front. Then I'm guessing it's going to be a 3, is it, of Saka, Bellingham, and Foden? Are we unleashing Bellingham? Are we unleashing Bellingham? Have we gone Saka, Bellingham, Foden, with Foden on the left, and then Harry Kane up front on his own? I am seeing a 4-2-3-1. It might not go that way, of course. Might not go that way. Let's bang, 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 bang. Could it be a 4-3-3? Could be a 4-3-3. Could be a 4-3-3 as well. Yeah, it could be a 4-3-3. It could be Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw. Then a midfield 3 of Rice, Henderson, Bellingham. And then a front 3 of Foden, Saka, and Kane. Now, obviously, it's going to be flexible. So, it could be a 4-2-3-1. It could be a 4-3-3. I'm sure at times it's going to be a back five with Rice stepping back there. So it's going to be very flexible throughout different phases in the game. But the bottom line is that looks like the front three is Saka, Foden, and Harry Kane. There is no Marcus Rashford. So Marcus Rashford, even though he's got 3 goals in this tournament so far, he does not start for England. But wonderful option to bring off the bench. So a great option to bring off the bench. So yeah, there is no Rashford. I'm just having a look. He is on the bench. I was just wondering then there's no problems, is there? But we've got Grealish. We've got Rashford on the bench. Mason Mount on the bench, of course. Maddison is... I don't know where we are with Maddison. Hopefully Maddison's available and fit. I mean, he is showing us being on the bench. He would be an interesting option to bring on if we needed to bring him on. But, yeah, it looks like 4-3-3. Looks like 4-3-3. And, as we said, looks like a middle three of Henderson, Bellingham, and Rice. And a front three of Saka, Foden, and Kane. Let me know your thoughts on that team. What you think about that? What you think about that? Are you happy with that? Are you not happy with that? My feelings are in Southgate, I trust. If that's what Southgate is telling me is the right team to play, then I trust him. If that's the right team for this game, then I trust him. Mackenzie said, come on, England. Easy99 said, Phil Foden will play a free role. Grealish for assists. Kane as the target man. Shaw as left wing back. Saka as right wing back. Jude and Rice as protectors of a 3 centre-back pairing. S. Bassett said, Southgate always plays one more defender mid than needed for the level of opposition. Rice or Hendo is enough. Add Foden into a middle 3. Play Rashford would be my choice. More creative and more goals, says S. Bassett. Bananas said, why would they bench Mount and Rashford? Well, Mount has been a bit ineffective in this tournament. I do like his work rate, though. Mount is someone that Southgate really likes. He really likes him, and I don't think he benches him lightly. Rashford, it's just difficult in it because we've got so many options on our wide attack. You know, we can go Saka, we can go Sterling, we can go Rashford, we can go Foden, we can go Grealish. There's so many options out there for us. So it's one of them. And someone's always going to miss out. Someone's always going to miss out. My feelings on it are, though, that I look at that team and I'm like, okay, great. If that's who you're telling me we need to play, that's who we need to play. It's not the team that I would have selected, but it's not a million miles away. So it's not like I don't get my head around it. They're just talking about it on Central News as well. Fans are anxiously waiting. Can England reach the quarterfinals? I would have put Rashford and not playing him, says Bonkers. We're only playing 2 defensive midfielders and Rice likes to get forward, said Dortnight. Bellingham is not going to be a CDM, said James. Southgate is playing negative, said James. Most of us would change a player or 2, but we don't see them train each day. We've got to trust the coaches. I agree with you. I completely agree. That's my mentality as well. Trust in the coaches. Trust in the coaches. We don't know how this is going to play out. We don't know what they've seen. Obviously, they're going to be very aware of the different weapons that Senegal possess. And they're going to know better than what we are. I mean, I've watched them during this World Cup, but they're going to have really done some proper study. And there's a whole department at St. George's that just watches tape and compiles dossiers and gets information ready for Southgate. So again, if this is the team, this is the team. James said, I've got Hendo and Walker wrong, not too bad. No Cat Popeye said 4-0 England. DB Mikey said 4-1 England. Just listening to these on TV, they're in a pub in Birmingham. They're saying that it's going to start off slow, they expect, but they think England will warm into the game. Dort Knight said, let's get behind the 11. We've got a great squad. Not everyone can play. I would have considered resting Walker for Mbappe, but you do have to play the game in front of you. Dragon Slayer said Rashford needed to start so that I could win the fantasy game. Senegal lineup is also out. I wonder if SofaScore is updated now then. If all the teams are out, then hopefully SofaScore is updated. Tell you what, there's something really depressing about watching people drink beer on TV whilst you're drinking a coffee in a football show. There's something really depressing about that. There's something just not right about that at all. Right, this has changed. So I'm guessing this is the updated information. Let's get rid of that England team news so that we can get this updated at the bottom. We are just over an hour away from the game beginning. Just over an hour away, and we will get people's thoughts. The team news is out. Team news is out, and we've just been discussing it and talking about it. A few different opinions on the team news, but I think by and large people are like pretty accepting of it. I've tweeted you a likely formation, says James. Okay, buds. Let's move that up to there. Let's get a screenshot of that. I'm trying to get the perfect angle. They keep changing this so that when I get screenshots for this, it doesn't quite work. Oh my God, that is so annoying. That is so annoying. Let's go there. Let's try that. I'm trying to get a really nice screenshot so that I can get this to fit, but they keep moving it around. I just cannot get it right, can I? What the flip? Let's try that. Right, that is going to do it. That is going to do it. That is going to get the team at the bottom bang on. That is going to look mint. Here we go. Yes. Yes, that's the one I wanted. And so this one should be correct as well. Right, good. That sets us up for this game. There you can see the updated Senegal team as well. Right, Days, how would you feel about a Rashford transfer to Leeds? Not crazy about it, to be honest. I really like Rashford. I was a fan of his when he was going through a bit of a bad patch. I mean, you just know that the quality is there. You know that he's a decent player. James has gone with or found a lineup that shows Bellingham and Henderson as sort of 2 10s just behind Saka, Kane and Foden. I think England will play that as we're pushing forward, definitely, with even Shaw and Walker kind of joining the party. So I think England have definitely got players that can go forwards. But obviously, it's going to be different formations as the game kind of ebbs and flows. But, yeah, interesting. Right, boom. If you haven't heard, Meltzer said William Regal's last show was the Dynamite, and he is going back to WWE, said Jonah. Big up days, let's go England, said Josh. Coffee is healthier for you. Well, there is always that, I suppose. James is laughing at Rashford to Leeds. DB Mikey said Southgate has got us to a semi-final and a final in the last 6 years, so hopefully he knows what to do with this game. Sakanelli said, I've got my daughter today as it's Sunday. It's her first England game. She is 3, nearly 4. She loves Becky. She is ginger as well. Can you say hello to Lisa? Absolutely. Hello, Lisa. Hope you are well. Hope you are ready to watch England. And shout out to you. Shout out to Becky Lynch. And I hope that you enjoy the game. You better bring us luck, Lisa. You better bring us luck. You better be our lucky charm. Because we need all the luck we can get, I fear. James said, form is temporary. Class is permanent. Jilly said, the World Cup has really turned me into a football fan. I'm here watching England-Senegal with my British friends instead of the NFL. It's tense, isn't it, Jilly? It's tense. The drama, the pressure, the tension, the nerves. This is what it's like when you support England. It's never easy and straightforward. It's always nervy. I mean, there's people that are like saying that England are going to botch this and it's going to go to extra time and penalties. And honestly, as an England fan, I'm sat here going, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. England are probably exactly going to be doing that. Because they just never make it easy on themselves, do they? But it is nice to see Phil Foden starting. It is nice to see Jude Bellingham out there. Declan Rice as well. Jordan Henderson. I mean, Jordan Henderson, it is true. He brings you that bit of grit in midfield. He brings that experience. He can fire up the team as well. I mean, he's obviously does it for Liverpool. I know he doesn't play for Liverpool all the time, but and I know he's in the twilight of his career, but he has been a great servant for England. And maybe in these moments, he's just going to bring a bit of a level head, a bit of that extra leadership. I really don't mind Henderson being out there. I really don't mind. I think it's a big call because you could argue that he is taking a space away from, say, Mason Mount or taking a space away from Rashford. So it's a big call, but I don't mind it. Redemption said, if we lose, we can always blame the ITV curse. That's true. Mackenzie said, if this goes to penalties, I won't be happy. Time Wolf said, let's go. This is for sure the closest and exciting game of the round of 16 so far. I kind of want Senegal to win, says Hamads. James said, if we go 3-0 up, hopefully Southgate brings off Kane and Foden and Saka and saves them for France. James said, running late, who won the earlier game? It was France. France, they won. We were hoping Poland could do us a favour. I mean, obviously, we need to get through this as well. But, yeah, France looked really good, in all fairness. They were never in any trouble. If Southgate doesn't get the job done, will Mark Goldbridge replace him as coach, said Easy 99. Bananas and Grapes said they'll never make it easy for themselves. I totally agree. France won 3-1, said Dort Knight. Yep, and they look really good doing it as well. They look really good doing it. Right, we're going over to the coverage. We're going over to ITV. Of course, we are still an hour away from the game, but there's plenty for us to get our teeth into. And obviously, the Senegal lineup is on screen as well. And we can have a little look, actually, at a few more of their players. So, they've got the likes in midfield of Cease. Cease may have the opportunity to play in the national team with his brother, trained at the Dyer-Bar Institute with his father. He dazzled local observers. He now plays over in Rayo Vallecano, and he's actually played a couple of games for Senegal in this World Cup. He got a 6 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10, so he is in the middle of the park. I think is Mendy in there as well, actually. Yeah, Mendy is in there, the number 6, right alongside him. So Mendy plays for Leicester, and so he is known as the metronome. So he is someone that really keeps things ticking over. So he is someone that it says that Mendy did brilliantly during the African Cup of Nations. He was named the best player in his position, and he was pivotal to Senegal's success. His club situation has not yet changed, but the public's view of him has. Everyone has forgiven his past statements, and now he is fully trusted. So I think in the past he made a lot of noise about wanting to play for France. And he said that he made some comments about how it's difficult to think about playing for Senegal. Like the dream for him is to play for France. That dream didn't come through. Now he represents Senegal. I think the public found it a bit hard to forgive him for those comments. But his performance in the AFCON definitely did change people's perception. So he has done a great job in that kind of number 6 position. Boom. France don't either counter-attack quickly. They did it so effortlessly. They make it look like they're having a kick around in training. They've got unreal quality, said Mustafa. So we know what we're dealing with. We're dealing some real quality in that kind of defensive midfield role. We certainly know what we're dealing with when it comes to Sarr. They actually label him a running machine. Like Sadio Mane and Sarr, he is one of the biggest nuggets unearthed by this generation of Senegalese football academies. He was part of a team that rose quickly from the third division of Senegalese football in a short time. Sarr played in Senegal's youth teams, and he is still only 24 years old. After a row between club and country over his fitness at the 2021 AFCON, he went to the tournament, prepared hard, and made a decisive contribution where no one believed that he would recover. He scored in the quarterfinals, delivered an assist, and was rewarded with a start in the final. He is an essential link to their attacking system. So Sarr on the wing is going to be someone to really keep an eye out on. The two defensive midfielders look really good as well. Obviously, we know what we're dealing with when it comes to Koulibaly. He is regarded as their defensive rock. It says that he could have played for France, his country of birth, but he ended up winning the AFCON with Senegal. Even 2 years after Koulibaly chose Senegal in 2015, Didier Deschamps had him in his sights without knowing that he was already gone. In a blunder on TV, the France coach spoke about the competition at centre-back and mentioned the undisputed leader of Senegal, who had previously played for France at under-17s and under-20s. After quickly imposing himself with the national team, Koulibaly became a kingpin of the Lions' defence. Off the pitch, he is still with his childhood sweetheart. That's nice. And they were born on the same day. The couple married in 2014. So he is seen very much as that defensive rock. He is behind two very impressive, two very good defensive midfielders. In Sarr on the wing, they have got a creative output. They have got a creative force. There is a lot to like about this Senegalese team. There really is a lot to like about them. And obviously, they're going to struggle without Mane, but they've still got plenty about them. They've still got plenty of weapons. Niall said, I'm glad that Rashford isn't starting. Thought he had a terrible first half, but he was much better in the second. Dortnight said, Walker needs saving more than anyone. Who else can match Mbappe's pace? Nobody. Easy99 said, Slabhead is going to be man of the match tonight. Mustafa said, France don't even counterattack that quickly. They just do it effortlessly. Looks like they're having a kick about. It's unreal quality that they have. Tilius said William Regal for England manager. Going with the underdog 3-2. So many players in Senegal, Cameroon, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Congo could have played for France. James said England are going to win this 1-0 thanks to Foden. Well, at the moment, we've had nearly 400 votes. Nearly 400 votes. 71% have gone with England getting the victory here. 29% have gone with Senegal. So England are going to be working really hard to ensure that they can get the right result, the result that's right for them. Set up that quarterfinal against France. But as we said, and as we continue to keep saying, this is going to be a very tricky challenge. They've got a great keeper. They've got a great captain. They've got great defensive midfielders. They've got Sarr as well, who's going to help them in their attack. So, they are African champions for a reason. DB said, I won 145 quid on the France game. Last kick of the game, I needed Griezmann to get one shot on target. That's really cool. Well done. Very good. Always great to see people getting money from the bookies. I needed Griezmann to get one shot on target, and it came in. James reckons it's going to be England winning 1-0 thanks to Foden. Niall said, I reckon there's going to be a 4-1 incoming Bellingham hat-trick. Oh, my God. That would be amazing. James said 2 managers that should have been England manager should have been Harry Redknapp and Brian Clough. Would have been very interesting to have seen what had happened if we had gone that way. I don't know that Redknapp would have got us the success we needed. I don't know. I feel like football was passing him by towards the end. I feel like the football world had sort of moved on. So I do agree that he should have had the opportunity at some point, but I don't know. It kind of felt like there was a lot of clamour for him. I think around the time Sam Allardyce got it, and I must admit I don't know that Redknapp would have done that great a job at that time. But he was someone that was always being linked to England, and he never quite got it, did he? But who's next? I mean, it won't be him, but who's next after Southgate? And does Southgate go if England crash out at this stage? Right, we've got John Stones. We've seen how important the bench has been, said Stones. We've got great attackers. What's the challenge with Senegal? Great counter-attack. Very athletic. Very hard-working. We've got to be disciplined tonight for 90 or 100-odd minutes. We need to keep the ball high up the pitch, he said. So England aware of the counter-attacking threat. Most of the African players born in France but representing their parent countries. Also some French players, also African descent that are born in France or live there. DB said, I'm buzzing. Let's top this off with an England win. I'd never bet with England. Legend Killer, hello. Shout out to you. Arshad said, I'm going for a tragic upset and for England to lose tonight 3-1. England to win 4-2. Saka is going to score a brace. Harry Kane and Foden will score. 3-1 to England, says Bonkers. Gilly said, it seems like Southgate has the club and the fans trusting in him. Why would England let him go? Well, it's funny, actually, because he doesn't have the fans. He has some of the fans. The problem is that a lot of these fans see these players playing week in, week out for their Premier League clubs. And so they want them to, look, we're so desperate for a team to win the World Cup that unless we're going to have a team that's going to go out there and destroy teams 5-0 every game, then people are going to be a bit disappointed. You know, when you draw 0-0 with the United States, for example, people in England expect us to win that, like, comfortably. And even when you win comfortably, sometimes it's not comfortably enough. He gets accused of putting too many defensive players out there. He gets accused of being too defensively minded. He gets accused of basically playing with the handbrake on. Like, England want to see players getting forward and attacking and goals. And that's, like every team want to see. And we do have, like, very, very impressive forward players. But it's just we seem to always have the handbrake on. And so there's fans that want to see a new manager that's a bit more attacking minded. The only problem is that might not get you anywhere because it might leave you too exposed at the back. And so it's one of those, isn't it? Like, it's the classic where fans think they know better than the manager situation. And maybe they do. Maybe England should take the handbrake off. Maybe it should be that we play a little bit more positively and don't worry so much about the, protecting the back line. But either way, look, Southgate was a defender when he played, and he is going to kind of naturally be thinking that way. And so I would say that there's a good chunk of fans that are behind him because of what he's done, but there is a good chunk of fans that think that this generation of talent could be wasted under him as well. So there's a real split in opinion. There's a real divide as to what the right way forward is in England. But I think that sort of exists in most countries, to be honest. I certainly don't think England are any different to Italy or France or anything along those lines. Like, I think if your team's doing well and they're smashing teams, you're the best in the world. If your team is struggling, getting draws or winning 1-0 against teams you should be destroying, then you're a disaster. And that's how it goes in this country. So, he's been in charge since, 2016? He's been in charge since 2016. you do look at that and think, well, he's had 6 years. If we were going to get somewhere, if we were going to actually win a trophy, would we have won it by now? Should we have got there by now? If he was to come out and say, I know what we need to do, we're on the right path, I know that final step we need to take, maybe people would be like, okay, give him one more tournament. Give him the Euros in a couple of years' time. We'll see. We'll see if he's a man of his word type situation. Because he's earned it, in all fairness. Semi-final, final. But if he now goes out in a round of 16, that is a very clear step backwards. That is a very clear regression. And so that might be what just ends up kind of pushing him out of the job, really. Gareth is the best manager since we won the World Cup, said Amari. Long Beach Hippie said, I missed yesterday's games, but I was in Comic-Con in LA. Got to get Jay White to sign my Rising Stars figure, which is packaged and might be worth $. Mustafa said he's got the best result for England in recent years. People that don't support him just don't like the tactics and that style of play. They expect him to be as good as prime Real Madrid. No Premier League club would appoint Southgate. He's got rubbish tactics, said Sheeran. Southgate had better go after this World Cup. And that just gives you an idea. That just gives you a glimpse of how people feel about him. He's a manager that divides opinion. Senegal are more than just Mane. We do have to be careful, said James. If we take this game lightly and complacent and go in with the mentality it's only Senegal, then we will go out. Gilly said, a team as talented as England that's so well-rounded, these things will come up, but I think you have to trust in your coach, says Gilly. It's a good point. Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I think that he has done enough to win the respect and the support of the England fans. And by and large, I think he does have it. But there is just always that cloud hanging over. There is always that cloud. And here are the Senegal fans. I tell you what, the world are not going to want the Senegal fans to go home. The world are not going to want to see these Senegalese go home because you've got all the dancing, all the bright colours. I mean, their flag is like bright green, bright yellow, bright red. You've got like the Senegal supporters. Obviously, they've got Senegal painted on their bodies. Look at them all just dancing away, having a great time. Oh, man. No, even the English don't want to see the Senegal fans go home. Can we not, like, have them support England or something? Brilliant. Positive attitude means more wins. We need to support him, said DB. The only reason England didn't win recent titles, despite going far, is because they have mostly Spurs players, says Mustafa. Easy99 said, did you know Mbappe could represent his father, Cameroon, his mother, Algeria, but chose to represent where he was born, and that was France. Probably makes sense, doesn't it? I don't think either of those nations are going to be winning the World Cup, but I'm sure his parents are just happy for him, whatever he chooses. For England to win, they do need to unleash Foden and Saka up front early, says Congo Amati. Angus said Southgate can't have worse tactics than Greg Berhalter. I can't imagine another country so negative before a big game. It doesn't matter who the manager is. Get behind the team and bring it home. It's just, I think part of it is nerves. I think some of it is... Well, it's always a cloud that's there, isn't it? I mean, he never did it at club level, and that was always going to be hard for him to overcome. If he had like done it in the Champions League and gone toe to toe with big managers in the Champions League and got some big victories, then that would be something, you know. But he's never won the Premier League as a manager. I don't even think he's, as a manager, been in the Champions League. I mean, he was manager of like Middlesbrough, and it didn't really go that well. And then, like, he ended up finding his way into the England under-21 setup. And then he got promoted from there. So he's a manager that just hasn't done it at club level. He's a manager that's unproven. I mean, he's proven at international level now, of course. But in a way, you know, he's a manager that's been bred for international games. He's a manager that has been bred for these types of tournaments. He's a very interesting manager, actually. He's different. I don't know that you'd find someone else like Southgate. Yeah, he's not in the form. Roy Keane says that the Senegal keeper could be a bit of a weak link for them at the moment because he's not in great form. The only way I see the match going is like Fight Night Sheamus versus Mustafa Ali, said Dragon Slayer. If we complain about the coach and we want him to be fired, why would the fan complain about the coach? See how difficult the job is as a coach. I mean, like it's. Yeah, I mean, look, everyone will be behind the team. Let's see what happens first. If England get through, brilliant. If not, then this noise is going to be everywhere. If England go out today, the Southgate out noise will be everywhere. England are tough, not easy for Senegal. England plays a brain game, said Cornelius. Who would you want to see as next England manager? To be honest, Eddie Howe. I think what Eddie Howe has done at... I think you've got a couple of names. You've got Graham Potter at Chelsea, but he's only just gone there. And you've got Eddie Howe at Newcastle, and he's only just gone there as well. But I think Eddie Howe would be very interesting. I think what he's done at Newcastle has been brilliant. So Eddie Howe, I think, would be a very interesting choice. It'd be hard to turn down a Poch or a Tuchel, of course, as well. I don't know that Eddie Howe would go. I certainly don't think Potter would go. I think you might be able to get Tuchel or Poch. There are some options at the moment for England. There are some options for England. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how I would feel. I really like Southgate. And I'm with him. And I think I would want to hear what he's got to say, to be honest. I'd want to know what he's thinking. Yeah, I feel like the only person that knows what's gone wrong and what we did wrong and how we should have done different, like... Southgate would know the build-up, would know what he was expecting and what happened. Like, he's really the only person that knows that. There's no one else that knows what Southgate was expecting and what actually happened and why we ended up going out with the team and squad that we've got. It'd be interesting to know if what he said, actually. I don't know that people would give him time or chance, though, to be honest. I think that he would probably... I think the noise would be too much. I think the pressure would be too much. I think it would be everywhere. It'd be unavoidable. It'd be everywhere. It's weird because it's only one game. Because if he gets through and goes out to France, I think the noise wouldn't be Southgate out. I think there would be some. But I think it would be like, yeah, we expected it. I think it would be that. It'd be like, yeah, well, Mbappe's a beast, isn't he? So it's like, it's one game. If he gets through this game, I think he gets a lot more breathing room. If England go out against France, he gets a lot more breathing room. I would like to see Klopp, said James. Klopp is under contract, I think, till 2024 at Liverpool, maybe 2026. I don't think you'd get Klopp. I've always said Eddie Howe is top quality. He kept Bournemouth up for about 5 years. He's gone to Newcastle and now he's smashing it with little transfers. Eddie is the man. Eddie Howe would be great. I'd love to see him as England manager. How have I joined a Southgate Lovers Party hangout stream, says Sheeran. Don't think so. I think that the truth is that, I mean, look, if you look at social media, then you'd be under the impression that everyone wants Southgate out because social media is just a breeding ground for negativity. But I think the truth is somewhere more in the middle, where there's a chunk of people that want Southgate to stay, and then there's a good chunk of people that want him out. I think the truth is somewhere, as I say, in the middle. So I've always been Southgate in. I've never hidden that. I've always been Southgate in. But there's plenty of people out there that are Southgate out as well. Dan said, unless he wins the World Cup, he has to go. His in-game management in Italy and Croatia games were embarrassing. Doug said, England are going to win. That's my prediction. Mustafa said, Jurgen Klopp as England manager would be amazing, or comedy, or maybe both. Klopp has ruled out Germany the other day, so he isn't going to manage England. Long Beach Hippie said, unbelievable car takeover last night in San Francisco. I don't know what that means. Ledge Killer said, I'm doing great, very good. James said, people who are hating on Southgate now. I don't know what the rest of this is going to say. People that are hating on Southgate now, have a word. We'll be calling him God if he wins the World Cup. Yeah. I mean, that's quite the if, though, in all fairness. Not a fan of Saka on left wing and no Rashford, said LFC. The FA loves a yes man as English manager, says Dally Paul. Right, where are we? We've got just over half an hour to go. Obviously, the teams are going to be coming out just a little bit before, well, about half an hour, the teams will be coming out. We've had a look at the England team. We've had a quick little look at the Senegal team as well. One of the things, I don't know if we've had a look at the breakdown, actually, of Senegal's overview. Let's have a little look at that. So it says, this feels as if it could be Senegal's year. For many observers, they represent Africa's best chance to go further than any other team in the continent. Nicknamed the Lions, they are crowned champions of Africa for the first time in February, and they have been at the top of their game for a while now. A spell that takes in 2 African Cup of Nations finals. They got to the final in 2019, and they have qualified for 2 consecutive World Cups. There is a huge amount of confidence flowing through the team, and the expectation back home is so high that winning the tournament has not been ruled out. Tradition in Senegal dictates that there is a flag delivery ceremony by the president of the republic to the team before they go to a major tournament. And before the delayed 2021 AFCON in Cameroon, the Senegalese head of state made a speech that seemed to motivate this team like never before. A lion cannot be afraid. This time, we must go and take this trophy and come back, because the nation has been waiting with hope for so many years, with determination and courage. Make Cameroon 2021 the time of victory. The words had their desired effect, and now it remains to be seen what this team can do on the world stage. Senegal qualified for Qatar by winning the group and beating Egypt in a playoff. Cisse prefers to play a 4-3-3, but there are problems at left back, where Saliou Cisse was outstanding in the AFCON, and he has been without a club since leaving Nancy in the summer. Sadio Mane was the main man in attack, but a devastating injury on the eve of the tournament threw Senegal's plans into disarray. The whole country was sweating on the Bayern Munich's forwards' fitness, and Cisse has said that they would do everything they could to get Sadio back. On the pitch, Dia will have to assume more responsibility now. The midfield has got a strong Premier League feel to it, with plenty of Premier League stars in contention. Aliou Cisse has been in charge since 2015, and he has been key to Senegal's rise to the top. A defensive midfielder who had more bark than bite than raw talent. As a player, he featured in the team that reached Senegal's first AFCON final in 2002, and he also made it to the 2002 World Cup finals. An assistant coach with Senegal, he reached the first Olympics in 2012 after he took on the top job. Cisse discarded some well-known players, including Demba Ba, Cisse, and others, to build a team in his own image. This is how I work. I left the ones that do not accept the rules. Wow. Koulibaly is regarded as their star player at the moment. It says their unsung hero is their striker. Dia has dual nationality. He grew up in France. He did not join the national team until 2020 and took time to properly establish himself, mainly due to tough competition for places up front. However, he is one of the first names now on the team sheet. He can play on the right or as a number 9, and he has been crucial in Mane's absence. Dia scored the first goal in the newly inaugurated National Stadium in Dakar, which helped Senegal qualify for this World Cup. He has a good season at Salernitana. I don't even know how you say that. Salernitana in Italy's Serie A, where he is on loan, having had mixed fortunes at Villarreal in Spain. So there we go. Their striker is their unsung hero. I feel like the more I read about Senegal, the more nervous I become, because every time I read something, they're highlighting a different player. And so I get more and more nervous. They're talking about how great their defensive midfielders are. They've been talking about how great Sarr is as a creative force. They're talking about how Dia up front is an unsung hero. They're talking about how Koulibaly is a rock at the back. I mean, it's a little bit concerning, but I mean, look, it is what it is. You can't get easy games or easy teams when you get to a round of 16. So we always knew Senegal was going to be the opponent. We're going to be facing them when they don't have a couple of their key players. What more can you ask for from an England perspective, to be honest? In 2002, Senegal reached the quarterfinals. Sheeran said, imagine Southgate managing the same players that Capello had to manage, like Beckham and Rooney. DB said, I don't think either, but with Mane, I'd be a lot more worried. I think we will come the midfield easily. Bay Beer Tube said, go Senegal, show them we are the Lions. Bay Beer Tube, shout out to you. Shout out to Senegal. It's going to be a very, very difficult challenge, this, for England. James said, Capello had to manage big egomaniacs. Southgate has got a great team unity going. That's true. Mustafa said, Senegal's win against Egypt in the qualifiers was very controversial and came by Senegalese fans pointing laser beams at the Egyptian players. Don't think they're complete angels. Worst England manager ever, Capello. Right, we're just seeing a little video package on Phil Foden. Of course, there's been a real clamour for Phil Foden to start for England. He was saying that he's been a little disappointed that he's not been getting more time on the pitch, but here he is going to be starting for England. He's going to be starting wide left by the looks of it. Broly said, Senegal be a lion just like you. It's true, yeah. Senegal are the lions and England are the three lions. So it's a battle of lions. Who's going to be the king of the jungle? Jill Scott. It's going to be Jill Scott. Dragon Slayer said, England make them humble. Dortnite said, Sam Allardyce has the best win percentage records with his, is it one game? I think he only did one game, didn't he? And then scandal hit. I'm not sure it'll ever be beaten, said Dortnite. We've had over 500 votes right now. Over 500 votes. Still England, 71%. People think England are going to get through. 29% think Senegal. And we're seeing the English players coming out and warming up. England coming out onto the fields. Think is there booze? I mean, there's going to be a quite healthy Senegalese support, you know. There'll be a real healthy England contingent there. I'm sure of that. England always brings supporters, even to this controversial Qatar World Cup. I remember my mate got Foden's Euro hairstyle, said LFC. Mustafa said, Days coming with the heats. Henderson is starting, said Spencer. Yassifid said it's coming home. Gonna do a bet builder real quick, says DB. What are you going for? What are you fancying? Are you leaning England? Are you leaning Senegal? Broly said an upset alert for Senegal. It could be. We are sitting here waiting for this round of 16 upset to strike. I think everyone's expecting one of the big teams to get knocked out, and the concern is that it could be England that are sent packing. We all know Hodgson was the worst manager, says Rob. Right, we are just seeing more images of Phil Foden. We've got less than half an hour to go now. Less than half an hour to go. 1 minute 50 seconds. 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 1 minute 50 se They're talking about how England have got winners in their side now, people that have won big, big trophies. James, my prediction hasn't been too bad so far. Hodgson, the best manager. Right. They're just talking about how Phil Foden, there was a real clamour for him to play, is in the starting lineup now. He really needs to show what he can do. It is true, actually. I mean, one thing to actually get, like, you know, the public behind you and to kind of get your way into this starting 11. But now he's in there, he's got to show what he can do. He's such a creative force. I mean, like, when he gets the ball and he'll take players on and beat them, and he's one of the most skilled, technically skilled players that England has got, but sometimes that doesn't show itself in an England shirt. So this is his time. Phil Foden, this is your time. This is a round of 16 game against Senegal. You've got into the starting lineup. You've kept out some big, big names. Need to get a big performance here from Phil Foden. We really do need a big, big performance. According to BBC, Harry is the ref today, said Peter. France are coming for you, but a lion from African nation comes first, says LFC. Abu Bakar said, my poo slips. I don't know what that means. Aubrey Edwards, dancing on wrestling's grave, said, getting closer and closer, the battle of the lions. It's Senegal is Simba compared to Mustafa, that is England. I think we might be hearing from Gareth Southgate when we come back from the commercial break. James said, only the Welsh and Scottish and everyone else in the world want us to lose. It's basically no one, is it? Everyone wants us to win, apart from everyone that's not English. Outside of that, I think we've got everyone's support. I mean, in all fairness, if I was a neutral, I would want Senegal because, first of all, you would want the upset, and also their fans are amazing. Do you know what I mean? They bring such vibrancy and colour and entertainment that I can totally see why the world would want them to win. So. Rotem said, will Phil Foden slap them harder than his mom slapped the guy who insulted her son? Well, I hope so. I hope he leaves marks. Right, we've got these games today. Tomorrow we have got... It's Monday tomorrow. Tomorrow we have got, obviously, more round of 16 games. I think, did we say it was the Brazil game tomorrow? Brazil against South Korea and Japan versus Croatia. So, yeah, we'll have, obviously, more quarterfinals being established. And then I think we've got another, the Spain games, the Portugal games on Tuesday, and then a couple of breaks before we go to the quarterfinals, which should be starting next weekend. Foden is going to score, said Jellyheads. Did James scored. Giroud scored. James said, my prediction is 2-2. Yeah, get in your thoughts. The game's getting closer now. What's your score prediction? What is your score prediction? I'm going to say England. I think it's going to be close, man. I'm going to say 2-1 England. 2-1 England. I think England have always got a goal that they could concede in them. I don't think it's the greatest defence at this World Cup, so I think Senegal could absolutely get a goal. They might even be leading, but I think England's forward play is very impressive. They've got lots of options, off the bench. I'm going to lean towards 2-1 England. What are your thoughts on Odegaard's? Oh, great player. Fantastic player. I mean, I can't say I've seen loads of him this season. I know that there was a few question marks around him at the start of last season, but it just took him a little bit of time to get settled in. But he really dictates things, doesn't he, in that kind of number 10 role. He can obviously pay forward passes into the likes of Jesus. He can go out wide to Martinelli. He can go out wide to Saka. Like, he can really dictate stuff from there. And then he's got a killer shot on him. He's got the ability to create space, find a bit of room, get a shot off himself. Yeah, brilliant. And they picked him up for Real Madrid, didn't they? So, Real Madrid, I mean, listen, if you're on Real Madrid's books, you've got to be a bit of a player. So, I'm surprised that they ended up getting him, but he just wasn't getting into their team, in all fairness. So, They felt that he was surplus to requirements, and I think it's been excellent for Arsenal. Arsenal right now sat in the top of the Premier League, of course. So, Louis said, I've dropped a tenner on England to win, both teams to score, and over 10 corners, 3 cards, sure to score. It would be a nice £700 return. I hope that comes off for you. Glenn says 2-0. 2-1, I agree, says Redemption. James said 3-1 I'm going for. Peter said my final prediction is 4-1 England. Glenn said England, obviously. Yahuga said that's what I've said, 2-1 England. DB Mikey says 4-1. Tilius Frog said I'm going to go 1-1 but 3-1 after extra time. Lee thinks it's going to be 2-1 to Senegal. DB said no in England. It's probably going to be 0-0 and then they go out. Hayden said I'm going to go 3-1 England. Imagine Japan-Korea quarterfinal, says Rotem. That would be wild. That would be wild. I love this. I love this little video that they do. They've got a video of England players and they show them when they're young. And when we get to Bellingham, I don't know if they show him in a Stourbridge shirt. I need to have a little look. I wanna watch this and see when they get to Bellingham if they show him in a Stourbridge top. Shawberto. There is Declan Rice. Here's Henderson. And then Bellingham should be next. There's Birmingham. I think it's all Birmingham, to be honest. He's wearing a Birmingham shirt, and I think it's like a Birmingham background. Stourbridge being cheated once more. But Senegal are going to get Pavlovic. That was amazing, wasn't it? That was amazing. What a fight that was, man. Pavlovic against Taitu Ibasa from last night. That was fire. DB Mikey says, come on, England. Mojo thinks penalties are going to Beckham. Rainbows and Unicorn said 3-0-3-2-3-1. Here we go. Here's Southgate. Okay, we don't know what's happening with Sterling. He's going to go and deal with whatever he's dealing with, and we'll take it from there. So that doesn't sound great. We thought Marcus did really good, and it's great to have him as an option, says Southgate. We've got an embarrassment of riches in that part of the pitch. And we think both of them deserve their opportunities. Senegal are very direct. They've got pace. They've got a mentality of a team of champions. He said that the other day at the press conference. We've got to play our way. We've shown what we're about in this tournament. We've got to show resilience. You've got to be able to adapt, respond to what's thrown at you. And we need to do that tonight. He's got a smile on his face. He's got a smile on his face. So, Gareth, they just said, we wish Raheem Sterling all the best. I don't know if it's been reported what's happened. It's just being said that it is personal issues, isn't it? Southgate saying there that obviously he's going to need to go off and deal with that. And I can't imagine Sterling's going to want to leave a World Cup. Obviously, we don't know what he's dealing with. We don't know what Raheem Sterling's dealing with. So the English FA announced that Sterling will not be available. He is dealing with a family matter. Sterling out of his clash against Senegal. He's dealing with a family matter. It's doubtful if he will play again in Qatar. Yeah, well, I mean, look, some things are bigger than football, aren't they? And this one certainly sounds bad if it's, you know, Ben White's been hit with personal issues. Now Sterling's been hit with personal issues. It says that Marcus Rashford and Raheem Sterling are the two most productive players behind Harry Kane, under Gareth Southgate in the current squad. If you have a look at goals and assists under Southgate, and so losing him is a big, big blow. But I must admit, he's not been brilliant in this tournament so far. But either way, yeah, you don't want to be losing him. But doesn't look like there's any information. This news just breaking through about an hour ago about Raheem Sterling. Okay. Come on, England, said DB. Daniel said 5-1. England were sneaking our way to nearly 600 votes. If you are watching and you've not left a like, leave a like. It's greatly appreciated. We are now less than 20 minutes away from this game. 19 minutes left to go. We're seeing great shots of the crowd. There seems to be quite a few empty seats, but of course England fans will be doing whatever they can to get their last-minute snacks. I don't think there's any beer inside the stadium for them to get, but if there is, they'll find it. Martin said, get Buchanan now. Dortnight said, I'm hearing he probably won't be playing again at this World Cup. We're going to score one more than you. Vindaloo said, bonkers. It's wonderful. I like this commentary. Irish Rebel, shout out to you. DB said, 31-year-olds, don't make me wait longer, please. 31 years old, don't make me wait any longer. As big as the World Cup is, family comes first. That is true, of course. Luke the Gamer said 2-1 England. I mean, look, Sterling would be a loss. Is a fantastic option for England to have. We can go on without him. Obviously, we don't want to necessarily go on without him, but if we have to, then, well, we have to. Simple as that. Have you the best watch alongs? You knowledgeable? One day you'll have 200,000. Real Shuriam plays. Shout out to you. Right, 18 minutes to go. We're just seeing Harry Maguire and what Harry Maguire has actually been bringing to this World Cup. His forward runs have been very good. Going forward and bringing the ball out of defence, he has been excellent. The concern is always going to be, though, as a defender, when he's got to deal with someone like Messi or Mbappe or someone like that, you know, the mistake is he's always got a mistake in him. But so far, so good from Maguire. Be right back. You have the best watch-alongs. It has to be one upset. Where could it happen? Switzerland. Switzerland could be that upset. Roy Keane said the big test for Harry is going to be tonight. But, of course, if they get through this, the next game, I mean, there's just no one easy in that French forward line. You know, Harry's going to have to deal with Olivier Giroud, Griezmann, Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele. Like, there's no one easy that you're going to be dealing with when it comes to that France game if we do get through. I just removed Sterling from my fantasy team. I had no choice, said Hayden. Yeah, you're probably wise to do that. You can actually change. I mean, like, I don't think they've locked things in. So if you had a player that hasn't played, you should be able to change them. They might be locked in now, though, the teams. They're talking about the relationship that Maguire has got with John Stones. They've known each other since a very early age. And they do have a very good understanding. That's why Southgate always turns to them. Ian Wright says that Maguire will give his best whatever happens. Maguire versus Mbappe, oh no. Maguire will definitely put one in today, says Peter, a header. Yeah, he's always a troublemaker, and he is always problematic from corners and everything. He's come close a few times, actually. I'm psyched. I can hear the Spitfires flying past, says Aubrey Edwards, dancing on wrestling's grave. I don't know what it is, but I was nervous about an hour ago. I'm actually getting more confident now. I'm getting more confident now. The game's getting closer. I'm getting confident again. I don't know. I think it's all this talk about Foden and Bellingham and Saka and Maguire. I think it's all this Maguire talk. It's filling me with confidence. Cal said, just off topic, Regal is done with AEW. Sean Ross Sapp just tweeted. Cal, shout out to you. I hope you're making a speedy recovery, buds. Hope you're well on the road to recovery after dealing with a little COVID bump. A little COVID bump in the road. So, hope you're well. We are lucky it's Sterling because we're blessed in those positions. If it was Shaw, then we would have had more of a problem. That's true. We'd have to play Trippier there, wouldn't we? Which isn't ideal, but we can get through, I think, with Trippier there. It's going to be live streamed, said Adolfo. We're doing the watch along for it. Hamad said, until the game starts and you get nervous again. Oh, yeah. As soon as you get the national anthems, I'll be a mess. But right now, I'm starting to feel confident. I'm just going through a whole range of emotions at the moment. Thoughts on the GOAT, Daniel Bryan? Great. Love Daniel Bryan. There's not really much you can add to that, is there? I mean, he's just regarded as one of the best in-ring performers. And I must admit, he's done a decent job in AEW, but we're nowhere near the Yes-Mania levels that he managed to reach in WWE. They've not been able to capture that. I don't even know if they've tried to capture that, actually. I think that's... I feel like they could have got more out of him in AEW. I feel like they could have got more out of him. But saying that, I think WWE could have got more out of him as well, because after Yes-Mania and his break, he came back, and since he's come back, I don't think we've really done like loads with Daniel Bryan. Not as much as we could have done. Starting 3 English players this game, says Yeoman, in your fantasy team. What nationality are you, says Broly? I'm English. Irish Rebel said, don't get me wrong, I love my family. Irish Rebel, shout out to you. You'd be good doing radio, says Peter. Why? Because I'm ugly? Is that what you're saying, Peter? You'd be good doing radio? That way I can listen to you and not see your face. I'm on to you, Peter. I'm on to you. If you want England to win, please like and subscribe. That's right, guys. If you like this stream and this stream gets to 20,000 likes, then England are guaranteed to win this game. Do it for England, guys. Do it for England. Don't do it for me. Do it for England. Dennis said, I support England because of the players and I am a Man United fan. Dennis, you are welcome here anytime. Mojo said, Bellingham and Rice have got to be on it tonight. All of them have got to be on it tonight, in all fairness. England to win 3-0 is 12-1. That means that you put $1 on it, you get $12 back. Put $100 on it, you'd get 1,200 back. 12-1. Would you rather England win the World Cup or Man United do the quadruple? England win the World Cup. There is nothing above England winning the World Cup. England winning the World Cup, I would take over pretty much anything. I've got Saka, Bellingham, Kane in my fantasy league, says James. What's going on with football? Can't find it. It doesn't exist anymore. It's dead. It's gone. It did a season. We had great fun with it, but it's done now. Do you remember Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds? I do. We've got 11 minutes left to go. 11 minutes left to go. Melissa Rose said, I had Mbappe as captain. You killed it then, mate. You absolutely killed it. That was a good choice. I had Messi. He managed to get a goal, so I just left it. And now, of course, I wish I'd gone with Mbappe, but, you know, it's a gamble, innit? I'm not really a gambling man, to be honest. Where is Daniel Bryan? When is Daniel Bryan? I don't know. You'll have to ask Tony Khan that question. Are we definitely going to win, but we will lose to France? We are definitely going to win, but we will lose to France, said Freddie, football fan. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Guys, I don't know why you're worried. We're definitely winning this, but then we are definitely losing to France. Well, look, come on, believe. Anything can happen in the World Cup. Anything can happen. They're showing shots of 1966. That's nice. We got those drones of 3 lions. Right, we're seeing the stadium. Who is going to add their name to the annals of history. England, Senegal. I've got Kane, Rashford, and Saka, said Hayden. Henry, hello. They're talking about Harry Kane momentarily. The team should be coming out very soon for the national anthems. We've got the flags being revealed, so it's getting close. It's getting close. I've got Kane and Stones. Has anyone got a hat-trick at the World Cup? Could Kane? Will he even score? I don't think anyone's got a hat-trick, no, because the leading goal scorers were all on 3, and I don't think any of them did it with a hat-trick. Few people have got 2, of course, 2 goals, but I don't think we've seen anyone getting 3. Now would be a good time to do it by England, but the next game, if they get through, would be even better. Right, there's the Senegalese fans. They've got trumpets and drums. It's not really the same, is it, really? We see a shot of some lovely women dancing away like this. Yeah, they've got like lots of colours, headbands, and then we cut over to the England fans. There's a woman and a guy on his phone just moving from side to side. The woman looked a little bit disinterested. We can't match that. We can't match that. Here's the England team in the tunnel then. England's in the tunnel. Kane, Pickford, Maguire, Stones, Saka. Don't know what Pickford's saying. Pickford's having a word with Kane. He's having a word with Maguire. There's the Senegalese dancing away. We've got Del Boy and Rodney. Loving that. Loving that. We've got a bit of Only Fools and Horses. So we might not be able to match the Senegalese with their dancing, but we can have a little bit of fun. It is great. It is. It's a festival. It's a festival of football. That's what we've got. I think Pickford will be busy today, said Sticky Buds. Ian Wright said, we've got a great bench. Fingers crossed. There is Henderson. There is Bellingham. England #1, Rodney, you plonker, said Mojo. Are there more English or Senegalese? It's hard to tell, to be honest, but it doesn't feel like there's more Senegalese. I'm not seeing like a whole sea of yellow and green. I feel like you would see the Senegalese. So I feel like it's probably quite a few neutrals. And I think England are going to be well represented. I think Senegal will be well represented. Days, did you know that WWE are pitching to have The Rock win the Rumble? I did, Mohammed, yeah. I'm not crazy about that. But as long as we get Rock Roman, which is the match I've always been expecting us to get. As long as we do get it, then I'll be a happy boy. Here we go then. Both teams about to make their way out. We're just seeing a shot of the ball and the teams emerge. The referees are coming out. The teams are coming out. England look like they are going to be playing in white. Seeing Bellingham emerging out the tunnel. Big roar by the Senegal fans. The English fans. Yeah, I've gone back to being nervous again now. I've gone back to being nervous again now. Do you remember earlier when I was confident? That's gone. That's gone. Oh, how I miss those days. How I miss those feelings. Right, they come out and there are Senegal fans with scarves and flags dancing away. It's going to be national anthem time. England need a pint and pie dance. Yeah. We'd be good at that. Tell you what, these Senegal fans might be dancing away, but they ain't going to belt out a chorus of Sweet Caroline like us, are they? I don't think they can do American Pie quite like the English. Come on, England, said your fave B1 Aki. Heather says 2-1 England. England for life. England 3, Senegal 1. Watson said, I'm in 100th place in the Fantasy League. Is Jude playing? He is. Yes. He's in midfield. God Save the King being sung at the moment. Being belted out by the English. I mean, look at that. Lovely and short. Boom. Doesn't outstay its welcome. God Save the King. We all applaud. Thanks a lot. Not like the Brazilian. The Brazilian national anthem. Takes about a week to sing. It's going to be drama. It's going to be a 94th minute Kane penalty. We are the best in the world at that, said James. Right, here's the Senegal national anthem. Here's the Senegal national anthem. Mohammed said, in my opinion, they shouldn't waste the chance to make a superstar instead of just giving it Rock. It doesn't need the Rock to win the Rumble. I completely agree. Don't need to go that way. But again, you know, if it ends up that we get that match, then so be it. Right. Senegal with their painted faces. There's the Senegal fans with the letters written on them, singing their national anthem. I always think, you know, with these African nations, they could really do with a national anthem that's got like that kind of fun rhythm and like party atmosphere. That represents them. Do you know what I mean? Like quite often you hear the African nations and they're all like trumpets. And like they're singing along nice and proud. But I feel like that doesn't capture Africa. That doesn't capture it. You'd expect their like anthem to be like really fun and upbeat and just saying, botched it. The Brazilian national anthem is the best and most passionate without the Italians being here. I've got Saka, Pickford, Maguire, Rashford going 3-1 England, says Lee. Irish Rebel, welcome back. Kickoff is next, said Mojo. Let's do it, England, said EJ the DJ. Right, we are at nearly 750 votes. We are a few moments away from this kicking off. Get your final votes in. That is great. 3-1 England. Ronaldo hat-trick, says Rotem. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think Ronaldo scored all the goals earlier today. Or at least he's claiming them, so respect to him. Come on, Senegal, said Gaz, 1983. Right, here we go. We're going back to the action. First half coming up. Legend Killer said, let's go. Oof. Gone back to being nervous. There was a little flicker there where I was all right. Now I've gone back to being nervous again. I think this is more nerve-wracking than if we get through, you know. I think it's more nerve-wracking when you're favourites. Because when you're underdogs and you're coming in and you're not expected to win, now you sort of have to mentally prepare yourself then for going home, don't you? I don't think I've prepared myself for going home. And I'm already home. England 0, Senegal 5, says Nadia. Well, that would be a disaster. We've got this, says James. Come on, England, says Dunia Toys Channel. Come on, said Sydney. Killer Shock, hello. Hope you are well. Redemption said that's true. Yeah, I don't think I will be that nervous if we get through and play France. I think I'll go into it going, it's going to take everything. I'm expecting us to lose. I hope we're just in the game and in for a fight. I hope we're, like, you know, battling. Like, maybe we can get it to extra time. Maybe we get it to penalties. You know, I'll be thinking along those lines. But, like, us going out, I'll borderline expect. I don't really expect it right now. I don't expect England to go home. I'm hopeful that we can get through. I respect Senegal. But England are going to have to put in a performance. England have looked good at times in this tournament, but there have been moments where they've not looked that convincing. This is going to need to be convincing. And we are underway. So Senegal have got the ball, and they have got it in their own half, and we are up and running. We are underway. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let's refresh this over as England play the ball back. Pickford launches it up in the air. Looks like it's going to go straight out for a throw in. There was a little bit of pressure being applied there on England's back line. So Pickford launches it and it goes out. It's going to be a throw in for Senegal deep in England's half. Senegal playing the ball back. England have got plenty of players behind the ball. And ball coming over to that left-hand side. We've got Walker putting some pressure on. It gets played all the way back into Senegal's half. So England doing a decent job of just driving Senegal back there. There was a little moment where they got a little bit close. But boom, we are up and running. Here is Bellingham trying to get on the ball, trying to drive forwards. No joy. There is Southgate on the bench watching as the ball gets played along England's defence, goes all the way back to Pickford's. Pickford has got the ball. He plays it over to Stones. Stones has got Walker next to him. Walker on the ball right now. He's got Rice in the middle, but he plays it over. Actually, that's a lovely ball. That's a really nice ball over to the other side of the field to Maguire. Maguire to Shaw. England are going to get plenty of the ball. And they're not being pressed as hard as they were by the United States. When they get the ball, there is a player that goes on to an England player. They are being pressed, but there was more urgency by the US. Yeah, I mean, look, there's quite a bit of space there. That's a good sign for England. Ball going down the line, and it looks like it's been kept in. That was a nice ball, nice idea, trying to release Foden, but Foden couldn't quite get away. Senegal have got the ball at in their defence, bringing it forward, launching it over to the right-hand side. England are battling. We're hearing some trumpets being played in the crowd. I think that's England fans, and that's really good there by England. Excellent work by Henderson. Henderson trying to get a throw, and I think he has won a throw, but that was excellent. So Senegal had the ball. Henderson came in, managed to get the ball off of the Senegalese player. It's going to be a throw in here by England. England throwing the ball in towards Harry Kane. That's knocked on. Edge of the area. Gets dinked over. Trying for the overlap, but it goes straight out of play. England trying something there, but it didn't come off. That was nice work by Henderson coming in and picking up that ball nice and early. Shake of the head by Henderson. There's been a lot of shocks in this World Cup, says Gaz. England can do it, said Dunia Toys channel. Right, we've got the ball back in the Senegalese defence, playing it over to Jacobs. Playing it to that left-hand side, goes down the line. It's a long ball. There's no one there. It goes all the way through to Pickford. So Pickford has got the ball. He plays it to Stones. Stones goes over to the left-hand side. Here's Maguire. Maguire, again, that ball coming over to the left-hand side. It goes down the line into the centre. Senegal picking it up. Senegal looking to break. Senegal finding a way through. And that's good defending. He had a defender either side there, just putting the pressure on. Yeah, that was good work. And Maguire just being able to get that ball away from Dia. A little warning there for England. A little warning. Ball coming forward in towards Saka. Saka playing the ball over to the left-hand side. England picking up the ball into the first 5 minutes. EJ, the DJ, says, come on, England. Hockey 87 says, best of luck. This game just settling down. England haven't created any chances yet. Senegal just having a little glimpse at goal momentarily. Just a little glimpse at goal. England know that this is a step up. That's a point that Gareth Southgate has been making. Ball being played across to the left-hand side. Here is Maguire. Maguire coming forward. Ball into the middle of the park. Bit of pressure being applied there on Bellingham, I believe. Bellingham down, holding his ankle. So it's going to be a free kick to England. Oof, yeah, that was right on his ankle. He's right up. He's back up on his feet. Into the 6th minute. Come on, England, said Legend Killer. Killer Shock said, England, you can do it. Mason said, I hate the fact the only reason that Henderson is on the pitch is that he's loud. I couldn't care if he's loud when he's awful. Dort Knight said, Everton, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, all in the starting 11. Right, ball being played back to Pickford's. Ball coming to Stones. Stones turning, being knocked forward, comes over to Walker. England putting themselves under unnecessary pressure here. Trying to get that ball out. Nice little dink on. Ball in the middle of the parks, bouncing around. Harry Kane trying to get onto the end of the ball, but Senegal picking up the ball. Goes all the way back to Senegal's defence. England winning it in the middle of the park, though. Pressure being applied. Nice little turn. English player down. I think was that Bellingham again. And that's going to be a free kick. Bellingham saying to the referee is not happy at the fact that he's constantly getting fouled. So Bellingham was away. He goes down. And I can't quite see what they did to Bellingham, to be honest. But England with a free kick regardless in the 7th minute. They said that England have not been brilliant from set plays, and that was something that Southgate had spoken about, actually. He said that we need to improve our set plays. So obviously our corners, our free kicks. We've got Henderson standing over the ball. We've got Luke Shaw standing over the ball. It's just passed into the middle of the park. Let's see what they can do here. The ball coming over to the left-hand side. It's brought down. It's up in the air, in the middle, bouncing around. Senegal looking to clear the ball. And it's headed back into the mix. Nice. England picking it up. Trying to find a way of getting the shot off. But it's whistle. Think there's a foul on a Senegal player. Okay, England just could not pull that trigger. They just couldn't find a way of getting the shot off. Kane is in his own half in attack. I'm not sure this is best for us, says Dort Knight. Jerry said, I would hope that Saka would win. Saka's going to deliver 2 goals for England versus Iran. Jeremy, shout out to you, dudes. Glad you're streaming. I've learned a lot about English soccer. Not sure if it's made me smarter. Saka trying to get past the Senegalese player there, the defender. No joy at the moment for England. So at the moment, we are into the 9th minute. Bananas and Grapes says, come on, England. Let's get this changed over. Ball goes all the way down to Pickford's. Pickford has got the ball. At the moment, you can see England have had 64% of the ball. Yeah, they're just saying that England's passing out from the back has been a little bit nervy. I completely agree. England have not looked great passing the ball out from their defence. Ball being played into the middle of the park. Trying to dink it forward. Gets knocked on, but Senegal winning the ball. Gets one back there. That was excellent work by Bellingham. Bellingham with the ball in the middle, but there's no one in there at the back post. Saka is going to look to pick it up. Saka plays the ball back. Walker mops it up. Comes to Stones. Stones playing it across to Rice. Rice is on the ball. I don't know what he's gesturing to the referee. The referee wants the ball. What's happened? Is the ball dead or something? What's happened? Why has the ball been booted out? Rice wasn't happy with something. So Bellingham whipping that in. The keeper couldn't quite get there, but there's no one in that box when Bellingham plays that ball in. That could have been a great opportunity because the keeper could not get to the ball. It beats the keeper, but there was no one behind for England. Bellingham just constantly picking up loose balls in that midfield. We're 10 minutes gone. You should celebrate every goal by doing the Senegal dance, said Rotem. I've got a few hours of sleep, says Sonny. My mum's maiden name was Rice. I wonder if we are related. I think so, Heather. I think so. Right, here we go. Ball is played back, and England have got it in their own half. 10 minutes. No shots yet. England driving forwards. Nice. Ball being passed around by England. Long ball going over to Saka. Saka brings it down. Saka's got a few options, but he plays it backwards to Walker. Walker plays it over to Stones. England just struggling to find the forward balls at the moment, but there is Henderson. Henderson playing it into the middle, bounces around. Bellingham wins. Bellingham's so good at winning those second balls. If ever there's anything that's loose, Bellingham can be there to like hoover it up. He's done that a few times already in the first 11 minutes. Bellingham looking really impressive for England in this game. England have got it at the back. It's not rip-roaring stuff, but England controlling this game. Here's Saka. Saka plays the ball back down the line. It comes to Walker. England in full control. I'm chilling right now, says Dort Knight. Ball is going back to Walker. It goes down that right-hand side. Saka's away. Saka's chasing after it, but he doesn't have anyone in the middle. Ball is long. Some of these balls into the box, they're just a little overhit. Or there's just no one in there. Oh, Bellingham gets it. Bellingham goes down. But referee doesn't give a free kick. And goes down the line. England mopping up again. Trying to play the ball down the line. That's excellent. Onside. Kane in the middle. Way too much on it. Way too much on that by Kane. There's too many times that England are getting balls in the boxes and they're just overhitting things. Well onside. Harry Kane well onside. Possession for England and Senegal is 61-39. Legend Killer says, "Come on, England." So that ball again. Look at the pace that's on that. I mean, yeah, that is a missed opportunity, and England are continuing to miss these opportunities, just not getting bodies into the box. Ball up in the air. Harry Kane brings it down, but it falls to a Senegal player. Ball played forwards. Battling away there by Bellingham. Saka gets the ball in towards Kane. Kane's being pressured. Good footwork. Excellent work. Excellent work. Here's Henderson. Saka down the line. He gets barged off the ball, and that ball goes out of play. So Kane has gone down, and the referee wants to have a word with some of these Senegalese players. I'm watching this game, says Eva. Game is on FS1. The game is about 10 seconds behind. That's weird, isn't it? It's weird that it's behind. I mean, YouTube tends to put a bit of a delay on these streams, so weird that your coverage is about 10 seconds behind that. Sonny's got a cookie. So that's breaking news. Watson said Senegal really do need Mane. He would be a difference maker for them. England playing the ball back to Pickford's. Pickford launching the ball forward into the middle of the park. Ball bouncing up in the air. And comes back down. It's controlled by England. There's Bellingham. Bellingham doing a great job of winning that ball back. He goes down again. He's putting the pressure on. He ain't going to give up. Bellingham pressuring, working, fighting. Ball goes out, and I think he's won England a throw-in, you know. And look, Bellingham there's trying to get people going. This team is so much better with him in it. Foden, edge of the area, ball makes its way through to Mendy, the Senegalese keeper. Subham, shout out to you. Bananas and Grapes said, I'm about 20 seconds delayed. England doing really, really well, putting loads of pressure on Senegal, but just some of that end product not good enough at the moment. Ball being played forward, comes to England's back line. You know that Senegal are going to get chances. Of course they're going to get chances. They're far too good to not create chances. So you do worry that England could really do with taking some of these opportunities, some of these early opportunities. Walker throwing the ball back to Stones. Stones playing the ball back to Pickford. A little bit risky there as Pickford launches the ball forwards. Ooh, that looked like a foul. So Luke Shaw getting brought down, and England have got a free kick just inside Senegal's half. If England lose, that's the end of the World Cup for the UK with viewership, says Philip. Luke said in Germany, we can't even watch these games for free. Is that true? Damn. Ball getting played across to Stones. It comes over to Walker. Walker's got the ball just inside England's half. Plays the ball back over to Maguire. Maguire's very good at bringing the ball forward, but he plays it into Shaw. Ball coming into Rice. Rice trying to find a way forwards. That's lovely. Foden. Kane. No joy. And now Senegal are going to look to counter. Trying to go down that right-hand side. And there's a real battle going on there, but it's a battle that's won by the English defence. Ball bounces off the Senegal player, and that should be a goal kick for Pickford. So Maguire battling away there with the Senegalese player, and he almost got away from Maguire, but Maguire getting a big foot on that and preventing the break. So here's England again. We're into the 17th minute already. Ball going down the line. Here's Saka. Saka knocking the ball into the middle too much. That touch was way too heavy. Saka trying to get back. That's a lovely little touch by Saka, though. Just takes the ball away from the Senegalese player. And Rice mopping up. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham, heavy touch, being chased after by Walker, and he keeps it in. Some of these touches by England, they're just too much. I don't know if it's... I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like... they're just being a little bit too involved or something. Adrenaline is the word I was looking for. But some of these touches, they're just too heavy. But I wish Mr. Sui was there, said Eva. No doubt, it's just your national team free to air, says Philip. Right, here's Pickford. Pickford on the ball. We're into the 18th minute. Don't forget, we are doing every game at this World Cup. So all of the games coming up. The 2 games tomorrow. The 2 games on Tuesday. We're doing all of those. All of the quarterfinals. All of the semi-finals. The final. The third place playoff. We're doing absolutely everything. So it's been a great World Cup so far. Can England get past Senegal to set up a really juicy quarterfinal? England versus France. Here is Stones. Stones playing the ball over to Walker. Walker switching the play. England have been in control. Nearly 70% possession for England, but still no shots on target. Ball is coming down the line. England trying to put that pressure on. Ball goes out of play. Bellingham battling away. And it's going to be a Senegalese throw-in. England will win this, said user. Eva says, I am English. There are the Senegal fans dancing away. We're just seeing a shot of Southgate. It's going to be throw-in. Ball goes all the way back to that Senegal defence. Senegal looking to bring the ball out. England having to do a little bit of defending now. But excellent. That's great work by Walker. Walker steps up, wins the ball, plays the ball forward, goes down the line, and he couldn't find that good forward pass. That should be a corner. That should be an England corner. That should be a corner. Yeah, it is. And now the linesman gives the corner. It does bounce off the Senegal player. So England have got a corner. England have got a corner. That was a mistake by Senegal because they actually allowed it to go out. I don't think they realised that that was going to be a corner. So England have got an opportunity here. A corner out of nowhere. Arsene Wenger said in a news conference 16 groups of 3 have not been officially chosen yet. It could be 12 groups of 4. That'd be interesting. I think the groups of 4 have shown themselves at this World Cup to be really dramatic. So John Stones trying to get on the end of that, but he puts it over the bar. It was well over the bar. Disappointing. Nearly put a bet on for England to score in the first half, said Philip. They stopped in third place. They stopped the third place playoff. Ball coming down the line. They've stopped the third place. I thought there was the third and fourth place game. There's not the third and fourth place game anymore. I'm sure there is. You have to pay to watch it in England. TV license, said Luke. Ball coming forward by Senegal. Senegal knocking the ball down the line. It's being chased after. Pickford coming out. Heads it out. That's going to be a Senegal throw-in. If Days was playing, England would be 7-0, said Zakaria. That's true. The Ocean says, come on, England. Ball is being knocked back. Good work there by Senegal. Senegal driving forward. Nice little 1-2, but England mopping it up. Good work by Rice. Senegal, though, winning it back. That ball looks like it's going to go out of play. It's kept in by Senegal, but I think that's Walker that launches it down the line. Gets to about the halfway point. Nice forward ball, but England should be able to mop up with that. England giving away possession, though. Some of this stuff is really sloppy. Oh, it goes over by Senegal. Oh, that's a big opportunity by Sarr. Asking the question, I think maybe, I mean, that was really sloppy. Really sloppy. I think it was that Maguire that gave that ball away. The ball comes in. Oh, my God. He should have put that away, shouldn't he? He should have scored that. He's right in front of Pickford's. He's right in front of Pickford's. Oh, they're asking for a handball. No. Shut up. It's no handball. Is this game a must-win? Yes. Whoever loses, go out. Yeah, really poor playing out from the back there. Really poor. Giving the ball away. VAR is having a look at it. And it's cleared. It's fine. Yeah, the problem is, if it was going to be one of them, then you'd be like, oh, God, he's going to give this. But they've looked at it. Ball is coming out by Stones. Stones has got the ball. Stones playing the ball forward into the middle of the park, bouncing around. Senegal. Oh, good work. I love that by Walker. So the ball being played, and Walker just always takes those extra steps to just beat the man. Walker putting in a battling performance. 24 minutes, 0-0. Real drama for England, though. Should be 1-0 down. Should be 1-0 down. Regal has left AEW, said Gio. Ernest on purpose says, make them a handball. Elise said, England's not going to lose. TikToker Rai said, can I get a shout out to you? Look what happened in the Japan game. Anything can happen, says Gaz. Yeah, England have got to get it right at both ends of the pitch. Here come England, trying to find a way forward, but that ball was not great. Maguire again trying to play the ball over to the left-hand side. England have got the ball back. If you do that against France, you'll be punished. France will be looking at this and licking their lips, to be honest, because I don't think that Senegal are looking that threatening. But England playing some really loose balls. Here's Stones. Stones on the ball, 25th minute, halfway through the first half. Ball coming over to Maguire. Maguire's got the ball. So England are just passing it in the defence at the moment. They can't find a way out of their defence. Here's Walker. Walker trying to find that forward ball. Henderson coming back, trying to provide a link. Here's Henderson. Henderson's come back to see if he can find a way of bringing the ball forward, and he does. Ball in towards Saka. Saka into the middle of the park. So Henderson unlocked that problem for England there by coming back and bringing the ball out of defence. The defence just couldn't find that forward ball. That has allowed England to just step up and get into Senegal's half. Maguire. There's just a whole sea of Senegalese players. Nice ball. Saka. Saka over on the left-hand side, trying to dink the ball forwards. Again, ball bouncing around. It bounces out. You're having big time. I'm in the car. I'm an hour away, said Elise. Well, look, England are controlling this game, but the biggest opportunity so far has fallen to Senegal. That did come from a England mistake, though, rather than something that Senegal necessarily created. Here's Walker. Walker playing the ball back to the keeper, to Pickford. Pickford's got the ball right now. ITV commentary is a bit better than BBC, said Philip. Andres said, do you think Mbappe breaks Klose's World Cup record? He's almost got the same amount. Yeah, I can't see why not. I mean, he's still only 23, isn't he? I mean, he's still got at least, 2 more World Cups in him. Next World Cup, he'll be 27. After that, he'll be 31. Yeah, England are just looking sloppy here. England are looking sloppy as the ball goes out. Ledger Killer says, come on, England. Right, here we go. It's going to be a throw in to Henderson. We're in the Senegalese half. England just having a real bad passage of play at the moment. But they're still keeping possession. Ball goes all the way back to the defenders. Gets played across to Maguire. Maguire playing the ball over to Shaw. Shaw playing the ball back to Maguire. England just keeping this ball and controlling it. Comes to Stones. What options has Stones got? Stones plays it into Henderson. Yeah. There's just no options, is there, at the moment? Nice down the wing. That was a good, quick little pass there. Good, quick little pass. Now we're seeing the ball over on the left-hand side. Here's Foden. Foden into Bellingham. Bellingham knocking it back to the defence. We've got Henderson, I believe, open on the near side. Henderson wants the ball. It comes to Henderson. Henderson can't do anything with it by the time he gets the ball. England have got to move this ball quicker. Long searching ball to Walker. He heads it in, but that went out. Wasn't the worst idea. Do you want to see England passing this ball a lot quicker, though? This slow tempo is not really suiting England at the moment. They just can't find a way, past this Senegalese press. I must put Kane in my fantasy team 4 times, and I never know why, said Dortnight. Great defending by Senegal. Yep. They are frustrating England at the moment. Okay, referee blows his whistle. Half an hour gone. Rotem said, this is slow football by England. Jamie said, any more news about Pele? No. He sent a message out saying that he was really appreciative of the messages that had been received. I think the referee is going to give a free kick here against Stones, just around the halfway line. England having to regroup. This pace really suits Senegal. It's just a slow, frustrating pace, and England just can't find that way forward. Senegal playing the ball into the middle of the park. Again, into the middle. Loads of room for Senegal. Ball coming over to the right-hand side. Senegal on the ball. Moving on the inside into the centre. Senegal just enjoying a little bit of possession. Driving forwards. There's white shirts around. That's a good tackle, but it's a green shirt that picks it up. Comes over to that right-hand side. There's a runner, Senegal, in the middle. Passing it around. We've had a third of the game gone so far. So, not a great first half performance, this by England, so far. Controlling, though. Controlling. We've had 74% of the ball. We haven't done anything with it. Ball goes all the way back to Mendy. Mendy launching the ball forwards. Headed forward by England. Raheem Sterling's house was broken into with items robbed. Is that true? Haven't said. They haven't said what it is. Brent said, great boxing commentary. Brent, shout out to you, buds. Appreciate the kind words. It's always fun watching the boxing, and obviously Fury Usyk, that'll be massive. Here's Senegal, edge of the area. Ball coming in, shot coming in. Good save there by Pickford. Pickford keeping England in this. Great save by Pickford. England are asleep, man. They're asleep. Yeah, it's real mistakes at the back by England. Look at that. Shot comes in. That's a great save by Pickford. A lot of people questioning if he should be England's number one. But that is a big hand that he's got to that, you know. Yeah, he's done well there, Pickford. He really has. He's kept this 0-0 there, Pickford. 1-1 in the 87th minute. England will win with a cross, says Yeoman. Bananas and Grape says that's a big save. England need to wake up here. England need to wake up. They're saying England need to wake up from their slumber. The best chances have been Senegalese. England playing the ball back. France will be licking their lips. There's been two big opportunities here for Senegal. Here's England, though. Ball being played back. England trying to get something going. Obviously, England's forward play can be very inspiring. Through ball in towards Saka. Saka was trying to get on the end of that, but he couldn't. Unfortunate. Saka almost getting on the end of a ball from Kane into the penalty area. And we've got a foul there by Luke Shaw. That's going to be a Senegal free kick. There's no colour blue on the England flag. It's red and white. Why do England's jerseys have blue on it, says the Joker. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Blue's always been a colour. I don't know if it's like maybe a colour that's associated with the FA. It might be a colour that's associated with like our football association. So it might be something to do with that, because we've just always had blue, like blue shorts and blue little like this is an old shirt. This is from the 80s, and you can see there's like blue on there as well. So yeah, I think it's something to do with that. Ball is played back to the Senegal defense. Runaway Kid said, I'm frustrated. I'm English. I'm on holiday in Germany. How can I watch this? iPlayer? Can you not watch it on iPlayer? Oh, no, ITVX. That's their hub, isn't it? England need Grealish on for this Senegal team, says WWE Lol. That's a really good shout, actually. Grealish would be really interesting to put onto the field. Don't know who you take off for Grealish. But Southgate deep in conversation. Don't think he's going to be massively impressed with what he's seen so far. Come on, England, said Hayden. England giving a ball away, and so Senegal driving forwards. Brazil's flag doesn't have blue on either, but they wear it all the time, said Alan. Ball up in the air and bounces out of play. The blue is a reference to the Union Jack, says James. Yeah, they're just really laying into England, and the fact that England are really struggling at the moment to get that ball forwards and get that ball out of defence. They do have a problem with that. Ball into the middle of the park. There's Bellingham. He knocks it back to Kane. Kane is playing the ball over to the left-hand side. There's really been nothing to get too enthusiastic about or get too excited about from England. Want to see England passing this ball around quicker. Bellingham got plenty of green shirts around. Most passes are by Stones and Maguire. Redemption said bad first half from England, having a lot of possession, but not doing anything with it. Senegal are on the ball. Walker trying to get past Sarr, and referee going to give a free kick to Senegal. So Sarr has won a free kick against Walker. We need to show more tempo. We just are too slow, said James. So Sarr and Walker battling it out. Sarr going down. It's going to be a free kick there for Senegal. Sarr wanted more than that. He wanted a yellow for Walker. Doesn't get it. We've got about 9 minutes left in this half. England going to have to do some more defending. Senegal doesn't appear to be a very diverse team, said Yippee Kaye. Poppin said we need Jack Grealish on. Koulibaly coming forwards. England need to just stop giving the flipping ball away. England are the masters of their own downfall here. Every Senegal attack seems to be because we gave the ball away. Ball is with a green shirt. Gets played down the line. Down that right-hand side. Senegal trying to come onto the inside. But they're struggling to find a way out. Is that Foden racing forwards? If Trent had done that, England fans would have wanted a yellow as well, said Steve. Walker should have been carded there, says Gaz. Ball goes out of play. Rotem said England do need to wake up. CHB said the Lions on the FA badge are blue. Brazil's flag has blue. England need to concede in order for them to wake up, said Richard. Tell you what, there's a few glum-looking faces in that crowd. It has been a frustrating and concerning first 38 minutes, but England have got gears. They just need to start going through them. That's a lovely through ball to Bellingham. Bellingham, penalty area, middle of the box, goal! Henderson scores! It's all down to Jude. It's all down to Jude. Bellingham. Lift off for England. Lift off for England in the last 16. Goal! It's a goal for England. It's a goal for Henderson. Ball in the middle. Bellingham. Bellingham, Bellingham, Bellingham. Look at this. Ball comes into Bellingham. He's got players around him. He's got 3 players around him. He pulls it back. Look at that ball from Bellingham. Look at that assist. He knows where Henderson is. He finds him. And Henderson slots it home. So, there we go. It is Henderson in the 38th minute, I believe. Bellingham, man. Bellingham. Bellingham is the key. If Senegal is the lock, then Bellingham is the key. 7 more minutes in the first half. Bananas and Grapes said it's coming home. Senegal on the ball. England, nothing changes really for England here. We need that second. We need that second. It's a big moment, but I mean, look, Southgate needs to go in at half time and read them a flipping riot act because England have been awful. Obviously, that's a massive boost. It's a massive lift. But England have been giving the ball away. It's been a horrible 38 minutes. It's funny, like, we were just talking about how bad that opening 38 minutes was. And then, boom, they just go down the other end and score. And England have got the ability to do that to teams. They do have the ability to conjure something up from literally nowhere. That's our first shot on target. And make no mistake about it, England should be losing this game. Here's Saka. Saka, ball in the middle. Shot. Oh! Harry Kane puts it over. Saka whipping that ball into the middle. And honestly, of all the players in the world, Harry Kane is one you would expect to hit the target there. Oh, he's got to hit the target. Honestly, I thought that was Harry Maguire rather than Harry Kane. It was so badly dealt with. Never coming home, says Josh. Let's do it again, said Daniel. Here's Saka. Saka floating the ball in, and it's just over the head of Foden. Foden desperately trying to get onto the end of that. England enjoying a nice little spell in this game now. England finding a way through. That goal as well is going to mean that Senegal cannot afford to just sit deep and park the bus anymore. England were finding it really hard to break through Senegal, but Senegal have got to come forward now. They've got to come forwards. They've got to find a goal. That's going to create space for England. That goal is massive for England. That goal is massive. Ball coming all the way back to Pickford's. Ernest on Purpose said that goal is just what we needed to get out of bed. England have woken up, said Luke. Ball is bouncing around. It's up in the air. Harry Kane trying to get after it. He goes down. Referee, I don't think, is going to give anything there. It's with the Senegal defence. Lovely work there. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham driving forward. Plays a lovely ball. England's trying to... Oh, just ran too wide there, Shaw. That was lovely by Bellingham again. So it was lovely picked up there by Shaw. Bellingham plays it through. Oh, just could not get it across. Yeah. They're saying the alarm clock has gone off and England have woken up now. I mean, it goes behind. It's going to be a corner. England corner. Can England get something from this? There's plenty of white shirts in there. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ball in the middle. It's headed clear by Senegal. Headed back to Saka. No joy. The ball bouncing around. Launching it down the line. It goes out. England want the throw there, and it's been given to England. Bellingham is my hero, said Bananas and Grapes. Where's Rashford? On the bench. On the bench. Zakaria said England on the attack now. Another goal is coming. So we're just seeing great scenes of celebration. Look at Bellingham and Henderson face to face, nose to nose. Wonderful scenes. Wonderful scenes. What a player we have found in Jude Bellingham. Right, here we go. Ball being played all the way back to Pickford's. 19. Bellingham's 19. Here we go. Here's Walker. Ball down the line. It's been left. Now we're seeing is that Stones driving forward. Rice. It's Rice driving forward. Rice trying to play the ball in the middle. He's won a corner. England corner. It's a good passage of play, this, by England. It's just wave after wave of English attack. Need to find that second goal, though. Need to find that second goal. He needs to get the cross across. Here we go. Corner coming in. Bellingham is a revolution for this team, says Alan. Right, here we go. 45th minute. Is that Foden that's taking it, is it? Foden taking the corner. Back post. Cleared by Senegal. Seemed a little bit overhit, that did. Goes out of play. Looks like it's going to be an England throw. There's 2 added minutes. I mean, you'd take 1-0. Absolutely, you would. But as I said, there's plenty for England to discuss at half-time. And they need to find that second goal. ITV are going to show some adverts now. Bellingham to Henderson, and it's 1-0, said Bonkers. 2 minutes left to go. Martin said 19. 19. Here's lovely ball over to the right-hand side. Kane gets pushed down. He wants a foul for that. Kane wanted a foul, but it wasn't given. Referee gives that one, though. Referee gives that one against Saka. Is he going to get booked? I hope not. Referee might just be having a word with Saka there for obstruction. Watch the things in the corners like amp breaks, stopping for a few minutes. Is that a subliminal message of Bellingham to Liverpool? I don't think so. But I think there's a good chance he does go to Liverpool, yes. I mean, every club in the world wants Bellingham. I've heard that PSG are interested. Real Madrid are interested. I don't know that Real Madrid need him, to be honest. They've already got a wonderful midfield. But literally any club in the world would be interested in Bellingham. Ball in the middle of the park there for Senegal. It's around the halfway line. We've got about 15 seconds to go. Walker clearing the lines. Saka booting it away. It's up in the air. Senegal knocking it forward. It's brought down by Senegalese forwards. Comes over to that left-hand side. We've got 5 seconds to go. There might be time for one last attack here by Senegal. England need to make sure they don't concede. That would be a disaster, but England bringing the ball away. Have they got time to counter themselves? Bellingham skips past one player, plays the forward ball, comes over to Harry Kane. Harry Kane shoots and scores! And it's Bellingham again! Wow, Harry Kane with a second. Harry Kane. Brilliant. Brilliant. England running rampant now. And it's lift off for Harry Kane. Kane scores. Did you see Bellingham? Did you see look, Bellingham picks up the ball, bang, starts going, beats one player, drives forward, beats another player, plays that pass. And then it's knocked into Kane, and you've got to give all the credit to Kane there as well, in all fairness. Foden gets the assist, but it is 2-0 now for England. It is true. It is only half-time. But 2-0 at half-time. And England have been the better side. They've been the better side. You have to say, though, that they have been sloppy at the back. Foden, assist. The triangle of death. It's gotta be Kane. Bellingham, unbelievable on the break. And brilliant ball from Foden. And boom, Harry Kane is there. And that's heartbreaking for Senegal. If Senegal had gone in at half-time just one down, then there'd be a chance of them getting back in, and there still is a chance. But it's very different coming back from being one down or being two down. You know, all of a sudden now you score and you still need to get another one, and even then that means it's extra time. Do you know what I mean? They've got to get 2 just to get it to extra time. I told you that Kane would score tonight, said James. Legend Killer said, half-time, it's England 2, Senegal 0. Tall Paul said, that's how we do it. Yeah, that's how we do it. We look absolutely awful for 38 minutes. We give the other team tons of opportunities that they shouldn't have had. And then we go and score 2 goals. That's how we do it. That's the England way. Oh man, we were awful at points in that half. We can't ignore that. if I'm Southgate, I am going mental in that dressing room, right? I'm going mental. I'm like, what are you doing at the back? Why are you giving that ball away so many times? Why is it that when we're being pressed, if you do that against France, if we get through, you're out of this World Cup. You're out of this World Cup. We are going to need to look at that on the training pitch, because that's a real concern. I think other than that, England had the ball. They couldn't find a way forward. There was no balls that were being able to go into midfield. I think that's a problem. We're going to have to find a way of progressing the ball out of defence. I think for the first 38 minutes, we were just... I don't know. I would say we were the better team, but we were doing nothing with the ball. We were doing nothing with the ball. Matt says that your mic cuts out when you cheer. Is there a way to fix that? I'm sure there is, but I've looked and I can't find it. Aubrey Edwards says, if you're Senegal at the second half, what do you say? How do you approach the second half? Maximum attack? Well, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, a hard situation's been made harder because, like, all of a sudden now when you counter, you are going to be opening yourself up. So you can't really go maximum attack because you're going to leave yourself open. That second goal was because Senegal were trying to find the equaliser. You know, if you saw, like, the pace that England countered with, like, Senegal are going to have to deal with that. It's really hard. This is going to be really hard for Senegal now. They're going to have to try and create a goal without, like, leaving themselves open at the back. Because the problem is, whilst they're putting players forward to try and score, they're obviously leaving themselves open, and England can just counter. Bring on Rashford in the 70th minute, said Jellyheads. I worry for England's defence if they play France. Well, I mean, the only thing you can say is that this is a step up in competition. We're winning the game at half-time 2-0. You can't be too down on that. But the fact that we have given away so many opportunities and given the ball away, I would rather do that against Senegal than against France. So if we can maybe change our tactics, if we can maybe discuss that in the build-up to the French game and look to make a few changes, then hopefully that's something that has shown itself now and doesn't show itself again. Plus also, you know, don't forget England will likely play 5 at the back. They'll play a different formation against France. So, you know, we might not even have this problem because we probably won't be playing this formation. Lots for England to look at, though. Lots for England to look at. Just beating France anyway is going to be difficult. But doing it with making those kind of mistakes, I think, would be impossible. So work to do for England. But obviously, the main thing is get past Senegal. And this is a game that plenty of people said could be an upset. Plenty of people said this could be an upset. England is winning, so all is good, said DB. Bellingham has to win Best Young Player at the tournament right now. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know if he's going to win Best Young Player or not. I feel like he should, but there's plenty of young players that are putting in great performances, like the Spanish Gavi and Pedri, and there's plenty of great young players out there. But Bellingham is in the running, definitely. So, yeah, they're saying that those goals have transformed the atmosphere because for those first 35, 38 minutes, England were not that great. We made mistakes. They're just showing some of the mistakes that we made. But we're just having a look at the goal as well. England's tactics against France: score early, take out Mbappe, 5 subs, back 10. That'll do. England's tactics against France: park the bus, try and beat them on penalties. That'll do. If Saka goes to AEW, would he be Saka Khan? He would. 2-0, said Bananas and Grapes. Last goal was right in the pigeon, said Chris. David said, logical reason why England fans think they'll win every World Cup and Euros is because they love to judge England when they play the worst sides instead of judging England when they play the best sides. Can you shout out my sister, Sarah? Sarah, shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying watching England. Bananas and Grapes said it's coming home. Dort Knight said, I will repeat what I said before. Mbappe can be stopped. If he couldn't, then PSG would win the World Cup every year. It's a really good point. I mean, like that game against France, England will go into it or respecting France, but they will go in knowing that they have got abilities as well. England, when they attack, when they are set free, are very exciting as an attacking team. So, you know, I mean, look at this. 1 goal became 2 goals. And honestly, if that half had continued, would 3 goals have followed? I don't think we would have been that surprised if it had. The problem with England is that they are defensively a little bit fragile. And they are also a team that don't do well when they're pressured. France are going to know that. They're going to try and exploit that. And so it's going to be very, very uncomfortable. You know, you add in the quality of the French team as well. And I mean, look, this is why people say England go out to France. It is what it is. The thing was, get past Senegal. This is a really good win for England. This is a good win. No one can say that getting past Senegal is not a good victory. You know, it's a knockout game in a World Cup against a team that's former African champions and finished second in their group. This is a good win. Is it one of the world's elite teams? Is it one of the favourites? No. Should England beat them on paper? Yes. But you've got to do it. I mean, England went out to Iceland in the Euros, so you can only beat the teams that are in front of you. The next one, though, that's the one that England is expected to go out at. So really, pressure's off in a way. Pressure's off. Go up against France. I don't know when that would be actually, but of course we would be doing it. We would be all over that game. That would be a monstrous game. But of course, let's not go crazy just yet. It's 2-0. It's only half time. Senegal, of course, could score early in this second half, and anything could happen then. I love it when people say they had an easy route. There is no easy route, said DB. Dort Knight said, do people still question Pickford's? I'm not his biggest fan, but he doesn't do anything wrong. Lee, shout out to you. I hope you are well. Daniel said, I knew England would win. Well, calm down. I bet on a Senegal upset. So let's go. Arts M said, I really hope that France doesn't win it again. James said Roy Keane's reaction was England scored, so what? Yeah, well, he's not an England fan, is he? I mean, like, he's Irish, so he is. He's just neutral, isn't he? But yeah, they scored, and he just turned around and made a little note, didn't he? Yeah, I did see that. I love it when people say there's no easy routes. Can you shout out my nephew? I don't shout out to your nephew, 1 Minute Wrestler. 7 p.m. on Saturday would be the next game, says Rob. Oh, wow. Prime time next Saturday then. That'd be amazing. Is it really next Saturday? That gives England a whole week, to get ready and prepare. That's very welcome. That's very welcome. So England would have time to get ready for that. So, and they'd have time to learn from any mistakes here. So exciting. James says, I freaking love Roy Keane. Jellyheads, what you think Southgate's saying now? I think he is hopefully breeding them a little bit of a riot act at the start to, let him know that he is not impressed with what he's seen at times there. But then, before they go back out, you build them back up. You don't destroy them and send them back out there. But you basically let them know that giving the ball away like that is not acceptable. And even though they might have got away with it in that first half, there's no guarantee they're going to get away with it in the second half. Senegal are going to come at you now. They're going to really put the pressure on. You're going to have to look for countering opportunities. If I'm Southgate, I am looking at Rashford. I am looking at Rashford because I'm looking at potentially. I don't know what I'm looking at doing. It's really hard because I don't want to. I'm maybe looking at putting another defender on, right? Just to go maybe 5. Maybe I'm looking to go 5 at the back. I'm looking at doing that, and then I'm looking at pace. So I think I'm looking at taking Henderson off. I think I'm looking at putting another defender in. I think I might be looking at taking off Harry Kane. I know. I might be looking at taking off Harry Kane. Reason being is because I want pace. I might be looking at taking off Foden. because I think what's going to happen now is Senegal are going to have the ball. They're going to be coming at us. We're going to win those challenges in midfield, and then it's counter and then counter attack and see if you can get the third, see if you can get the fourth. And bringing on Rashford would be very useful for that. Kane's not someone that's really blessed with pace. So, I don't know. I feel like he's got his goal. Save him now as well for France. So, I think take off Harry Kane for Rashford. I say take off Kane for Rashford. Maybe take off Foden. Maybe I keep Henderson on because he can like battle in midfield. Maybe I take off Foden. And I might do that, you know. I might take off Foden and bring on a defender, right? So I might bring on Dyer and then go to a back three, back five. And then I might take off Kane and bring on Rashford. So I would be playing a 5-3-2. 5-3-2. And then my two forwards are Saka and Rashford that can just bomb forwards. That'd be pretty exciting. I think I'd switch to a 5-3-2. That's what I would look to do. I hope Maguire won't play against France. He's reckless with his passing, says Rotem. Saka was shocking in that half, said Pricey. We need to keep Kane fresh for France. Like last night, all I needed was Holland to win, and I would have got $50 hits, says Daniel. They've almost been at five at the back anyway, with Walker being a third centre-back and Saka playing at a right wing-back, says Rob. James said Foden off Rashford and Kane for Callum Wilson. Well, look, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's not what I would do. It's not what you would do. It's what Southgate's going to do. And what is he going to do? We've got some halftime substitutions. So 3 changes by Senegal. They said main thing here is just don't concede the goal in the first 5-10 minutes. So 3 substitutions, 3 changes by Senegal. I'm rooting for Netherlands to win this, says RM. Austin, hello. Hope you are well. Roy Keane says he is playing with a real maturity. And he's playing like he's played 100 times for England already. So Ian Wright says, we've been talking a lot about how Bellingham is the real deal. We've been talking a lot about how Saka is the real deal. We've been talking a lot about how Foden is the real deal. England needs to put their big boy pants on now and they need to just see this game out. It is true. England don't need to do anything more. I mean, 2-0, you take that all day long. That's it. If this half ends 0-0, so be it. Don't need to do anything reckless. Austin, shout out to you. Dort Knight said Walker is the main player to protect. That is really very true. Very, very true. That's an excellent point. They should take him off and bring on Trippier. That's an excellent point. Okay, here is Rice. So the commentators are saying that was a good first 35 minutes by Senegal, even though they didn't have the ball and loads of the ball. If you look at possession, it's 65-35. They still were frustrating England and at times just not letting England out of their own half or not like out of their own defence, really. Ball being played forwards by Pickford. Ball up in the air, finds its way to the Senegal defence. If this game opens up, that will favour England so much more. And he's going to have to open up. England you saw it against America. They don't like having to try and break down teams. They don't like teams that just sit back and then you've got to try and like pass the ball around and try and get through them. Don't like that. USA did that to us. And Senegal did, but England managed to find an answer here that they didn't find against USA. Come on, England, says Hayden. RM, shout out to you. Rotem said, I told you that Ronaldo would score. He did. Ball being played in, headed forward, comes to Harry Kane. Ball up in the air. Senegal trying to win a battle in midfield. Ball goes all the way back to the Senegal defence. It's being chased after by Foden. Foden being a real nuisance. Rice knocking the ball over. England have got the ball in the middle of the park. This period, this 5-10 minutes is really important because England just need to ensure that because you know that Senegal have just had a rocket put up them. Like, guys, you're going out the World Cup. You've got to get back into this. You know that they're going to go out there with like adrenaline and going to be really looking for stamping their authority on this game. England conceding in the first 5-10 minutes is a very real prospect. So if England can just get a hold of the ball, control it. Here's Saka. Lovely, lovely. Dinking it in. There's no one in there. Why did he play that ball? There was no one in there. Chested down. Here's Stones. Ball coming over. So Shaw played the ball into the middle, but it was quite clear no one was there and no one was going to get there. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham chasing after the ball. Bellingham's got it. Lovely footwork, but Senegal trying to come away. Bellingham just battling, but gets penalised. Days, Bellingham, Foden, Saka, they are generational talents. Yeah, we really could look back on them as maybe we just haven't appreciated how great they are. I mean, really, I suppose, like, for some of them, they only broke out just last year at the Euros. You know, don't forget, Bellingham wasn't even in the starting lineup at last year's Euros. If anything, like Sancho didn't even make this squad. We've got Sancho as well that we could use. There's amazing players that didn't even get into this squad. People upset about Ivan Toney not making it and Sancho not making it. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham goes down, but no, it wasn't a foul. Senegal bringing the ball away. England needs to be careful here. Ball going over to the left-hand side. Senegal going from left to right. England going from right to left. Senegal have got the ball. Going to look to try and whip it over to the other side. Ball is played back. Here come Senegal. Lovely through ball. That's lovely. England switching off. Edge of the area. There might be a shot that comes in, and there is a shot, and it goes wide. Come on, England. Come on, England. We're still in this kind of first 5-10 minute phase. Senegalese fans are still dancing away. Don't know if that was offside or not, but England just being a little bit sleepy again here at the start of this half. Is this going to be another game where Senegal score in the last 15 minutes? Don't know. Hope not. Hope not. I hope they don't do that. Here is Shaw. Ball gets played back. Down the line. Comes to Pickford. So England have got the ball in their defence at the moment. And a third would be great, of course. A third goal would, I don't know. I don't know if you can say it would put this game to bed. 2-0, it's not over at 2-0. Definitely not. And I suppose you can't even say it's over at 3-0. It just becomes really unlikely then at 3-0. If England... you could say next goal is going to be absolutely critical. Next goal is going to be absolutely critical because this game looks very different at 2-1. And it looks very different at 3-0. Ball in the middle of the park. It goes all the way back to England's defence. We're into the final 40 minutes. We've gone past the 50-minute mark now. Next goal is vital, says Melissa Rose. Days, would you say Ivan Toney is a sure bet? I would do, Roten. I would do. Next goal is vital. Ball coming over to that left-hand side. Down the line. Trying to get it in towards Kane. But it goes out. Goes out of play. England's obviously in a good position, but it would be good to see them just creating a few chances. Here we go. It's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in by Shaw. England should create chances because it should be quite open at the back. Here's Bellingham. Ball goes out. Bellingham's going to need protecting as well, but you wouldn't take him off just yet. They're showing England's bench. There's Grealish. There's Rashford. Don't forget Rashford Poor Rashford is sat there on 3 World Cup goals. Short. Playing the ball down line. Lovely little 1-2. Harry Kane's got the ball, though. In towards Shaw. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham mopping it up. Bellingham getting the ball in. Senegal trying to clear it. Kane's on the ball. Kane twisting and turning. Ball coming to Declan Rice. Ball coming down that right-hand side. Here's Saka. England are having a little look, seeing if they can find a way through. Listen, ball in towards Saka. Rice is open. Ends up coming back to Maguire. Maguire playing it over to Shaw. England have got the ball at the moment. They're looking and probing. Here's Shaw again. Ball coming back to Maguire. Maguire trying to play the ball back. He gets caught momentarily, and that ball goes all the way back to Pickford. Shaw won't let you down, said Dort Knight. RJK19 said, I want England to win it this year, but I've got a feeling they will be knocked out by France. Here's Kane up in the air. Here's Foden. Foden driving forward, trying to get it through to Kane, but no joy, goes all the way through to the Senegal keeper. Argentina versus Portugal in the final. That would be Messi versus Ronaldo, says Wes. There's no way Senegal can recover, says User. I don't know, buds. I don't know. One goal. They've got plenty of time, and England have got a mistake in them. England have definitely got a mistake in them. Senegal passing this ball around, and it goes out of play. So we are approaching 10 minutes gone in this second half already. Southgate out just cheering on his team. Tackle. Here we go. Coming forwards. Ball coming to Saka. Saka in the penalty area takes a shot and puts it over. I think Southgate would have said, like, I want you to get that third. I need you to get that third. You've got to remember that if he takes Kane off and this thing goes to flipping penalties, he's going to really regret doing that. So, you've got to be really careful with those kinds of substitutions. Because England, if it goes to extra time and penalties, would be heavily penalised by taking off the likes of Kane in particular. Sub Rashi on Fort Phil, take off Saka, put on Grealish, says Ellie. If Senegal keep pressing, they've got a chance, said Jonathan. They've got to keep pressing, haven't they? Senegal are not going to want to go out of this World Cup with a whimper. Ball down the line and goes straight out. That's going to be an England goal kick. Commentators just saying that England will know that first 30 minutes was just not good enough. Either way, though. We are seeing some frustration here amongst the Senegal supporters. So the dancing appears to have stopped momentarily from those guys. Pickford launching the ball forwards. And cleared by Senegal. Senegal trying to get onto the end of it. Nice. That was good there by, I think it was that Stones that wins that ball. Here's Shaw. Into the middle. There's Kane. Kane playing the ball over to Saka. It's a lovely ball to Saka. And we've got a lovely little run. Is that Walker trying to get the ball into Bellingham? No joy, though. As the ball is brought down. Just a shame that Mane got injured, said Rob. Here, we've got the ball coming over to Luke Shaw. Shaw playing the ball into the middle. Here's Harry Kane. England looking. Shot there by Kane, and the keeper spills it. Tell you what, Kane was a hell of a distance away from goal. Yeah, look, Harry Kane takes a shot. Gets a nice, Mendy doesn't really deal with that very comfortably. He's not on great form at the moment, Mendy. It's probably not the worst idea to take a few pop shots. Here's Senegal then. They've got the ball there going down the other end. 57th minute, Senegal on the ball, trying to play it back, but that's excellent work there by England, I think. Is that Bellingham? But the ball still falls to Senegal. Senegal playing a forward ball. And it comes to Foden. Lovely little link-up play. Here's Kane. Kane, there's a tackle, but it has been picked up by Foden. Foden driving forward. Ball in the middle. Saka! Oh, there's three. There's three, and Saka scores. Saka scores. There's the third. Rashford comes over to congratulate Saka. That puts Saka on 3 in this tournament, I believe. And that's got to be heartbreak for Senegal. That's got to be heartbreak. All of a sudden now, this is looking like a real mountain. This is looking like a real mountain. So Foden with the assist. And England are staring at the quarterfinals. They are staring at a French team. Do you know what? I love Saka. Yes. They are staring at a French team that scored 3 earlier today as well. Be nice if England could get 4. France might have got 3 against Poland. Can England get 4 against Senegal? Nice. England shown up to play. It's coming home, said Ellie. If you had a pint for every time England scored, you would be on 3 now, said Philip. Philip, I don't think anything truer is going to be said today. You are absolutely correct. The ball goes out, and England have still got well over half an hour here. England's front line is so good. Their back line is still a concern, though. We can't hide the fact that our back line was just atrocious for the first 30 minutes. Football's coming home. James said, now make the changes. Yeah, I mean, we are getting to the hour mark, and it does feel like now's the time to make those changes. Ball coming into Kane. Kane playing the ball over to that right-hand side. Here come England again. Here come England again. Ball almost being whipped into the middle. It bounces off the Senegal player and it goes out. So England have had 66% of the ball. They've had 7 shots. They've had 4 on target. Saka, 3 goals in 3 World Cup games. Wonderful player, Saka. Wonderful. Foden as well. I mean, 2 assists for Foden. It's really hard to know who you give man of the match to here at the moment. I think Kane's been spraying balls around. He's been brilliant. Kane has been doing a fantastic job. Saka has scored. I don't know that he would get man of the match. Foden would be in with a shout. Bellingham has got to be in with a shout. 60 minutes gone. Still surprised they couldn't beat the USA. They're 4th popular sport, said Felix. They played well. USA played well. Charlie said, my dad said that we would struggle against Senegal. Can you tell him off for me, please? Your dad's not alone. There was plenty of nerves doing the round before this game. And for the first half an hour, we tried to make it as interesting for ourselves as possible. Ball goes out. So we are seeing some players warming up. We're seeing Grealish warming up. We're seeing Phillips warming up as well. I think Trent's out there. I mean, he might have just sent a load of subs out to warm up, to be honest. Here come Senegal. Lovely work. Rice is in there, knocking the ball forward. Here's Kane. Kane beats his man and gets the ball forward. Excellent work. Oh, that's unlucky. That is Foden giving the ball away. That was excellent work by Harry Kane. That was excellent work. England running rampant at the World Cup. Ball coming back to Senegal. Let's go Grealish. Ball being played forwards. Ball knocked over to the right-hand side. It gets played back. Goes all the way back to Pickford's. Pickford's launching it forward. England still won't want to concede here. Obviously, there's a lovely cushion. 3-0 for England. It's looking good for England. But I'm certainly not going to tempt fate by saying that's it, this is game over. But it does feel really good. Ball was played in. Saka gets there before the keeper. He dinks it over the keeper. Mendy gets a hand to it, but can't stop it from going in. Come on, England, said Legend Killer. Felix said, to all England fans, I have to say, better squads. Not going to lie. I don't know what's happening here, but there's a word being had with a Senegal player, and Grealish is coming on. Grealish is coming on. Looks like Rashford is getting ready to come on as well. Yeah, I feel sorry for Rashford. He's going to desperately want to get added to his tally, isn't he? Is the ball coming over. Saka over to the right-hand side. We've got Foden. Foden made a great run, you know. Foden made a great run, but England, I don't think, spotted it. It was over on the left-hand side. Ball comes over to the right-hand side. Down the line. Comes back. Into the middle. Comes all the way over to Maguire. Played in centre. Flicked on. Over to the left. England still looking, you know. England still looking. Seeing if they can find that fourth. Here's Maguire playing it over to Stones. Grealish better not spend 30 minutes on the floor, said Dort Knight. Saccharinho, said Rotem. It is true. It really is true. Like, if Saka was, like, Brazilian, we'd be swooning about him. But because he's English, I don't know, you've always got that little doubt, like, it's, you know, it's Saka. I love Saka. He's amazing, but he's not seen as world class. But if he was Brazilian... Grealish coming on and Rashford. Yeah. Jedi said, England will lose to France. Don't get too happy beating another weak team. Just happy about getting to the quarterfinals. It's where we were expected to get to. If we do go out to France, then there's plenty of people that expect that. But, you know, to do this at a World Cup, this is definitely worthy of celebrating as Foden and Saka exit. And we are, of course, going to be seeing Grealish and Rashford coming on. So that's it for Foden. That's it for Saka. Little bit worried that he's not taken off Kane. So Grealish and Rashford are on. Come on, Rashford. I really want Rashford to score. I really want Rashford to score. I want Rashford to get a couple, actually. Come on, Rashford. Come on, Rashford. Right now, I think I'm right in saying that Mbappe, the poor man's Rashford... he is just getting all this game time and he's getting goals. He scored 2 earlier, didn't he? So I think his tally... Has he gone to 5? Mbappe might have gone to 5. Ball is played short. Back post. And no joy. World Cup. Goal scores. I think Mbappe is on 5 now. Golden Boot. Mbappe on 5. Messi, Giroud, Valencia, Gakpo, Morata, and Rashford are all on 3. Saka, I think, is on 3 as well now. But Mbappe is out on his own on 5. So Mbappe getting 2 goals today. Here's Shaw. Bellingham. Come on, Rashford. I want Rashford to get a goal so that he can, like, stay in the hunt, you know? Can stay in the mix. Days versus France, do you think that's where England goes? Probably. I think that England don't need to fear France. I think that France have shown that they are a good team, but they're not a team I expect to destroy England. England have shown that their forward line are more than capable of scoring. England have got a great chance. England won't go in as favourites, but got a great chance. Saka is more Brazilian than Fred, says James. That's a good point. England could beat France, said Zakaria. This team is strong. Let's effing go. Ellie said Rashi scores 3, gets man of the match, wins the Ballon d'Or, and is then worth 111 million. That would be a good day. Right, ball going over to the right-hand side. England have managed to quieten the Senegalese fans. I mean, don't get this. This was a real banana skin. Because Senegal, with their fans and that enthusiasm and everything, you know, that could have really lifted Senegal. Right now, look at them. They're all sat down. They're on the phones. There's a lot of glum faces. And England are just keeping this at a slow tempo. They're controlling this game. Ball being played across. That's getting knocked back to Pickford. Pickford launches the ball forwards. Goes all the way to the Senegal defence. Played into midfield. There are no favourites anymore. Anyone can beat anyone, said Rage Kids. France is difficult. How do we stop Mbappe? Well, in all fairness, Poland stopped Mbappe for, how long was it? 70-odd minutes. Mbappe didn't score. Walker has got really good pace. Mbappe against Walker will be a really interesting challenge, actually. Be a real interesting battle. I mean, in all fairness, if England score early, it'll be really interesting to know what France do, because if England just put everyone behind the ball and just frustrate France, you know, we could there's different game plans that we could go in with. Senegal passing the ball around. Shot comes in and it's blocked. Ball is still with Senegal. Senegal are enjoying more of the ball right now, as you would expect. They do need 3 goals. England, they'll be fine with this, though, because if they can win it, they can try and quickly counter. Ball is played into middle, but it gets put over, and that's going to be a goal kick to England. Mbappe is mad. Pickford is too small to stop his golden boots. They're gaming with Matt. Ace said, is Sterling on the bench? No, he's gone, I think, home for personal reasons. Nerves gone now. Days a little bit. Yes. Feeling good now. Feeling good. I think, you know, I mean, we're starting to get to the 70th minute. I think, you know, by the time we get like to the 80th, I'll feel like we've done it then. Even right now, you kind of think like a moment of madness right now. 2 goals. I've seen 2 goals scored in the like literally the 89th and the 92nd minute. So, I mean, this thing, you never know, do you? Football's such a weird sport. Anything can happen. A lot of neutrals be sat there going, oh, England have won this now, but it's still not quite the case. Here's Rashford. Ball coming over to the right-hand side. No joy. England not quite linking up at the moment. A couple of changes have maybe just got to work a few things out. Walker kept Mbappe in his pocket when City played PSG, said Learned Guitarful. Zakaria said to stop Mbappe, England will have to send him to Suplex City. Ellie said Senegal could score 3 last-minute goals, 90 minutes plus 5 added minutes. And then Maguire goes up and heads one in. 1066 said, I don't think Luke was so sure of that. Very nice. Ledge Killer asking Cal how he's doing today. Austin said, if England get past, would you feel a bit more confident in them winning the World Cup? What, if they got past France? I would feel a bit more confident, yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's going to be no easy games. Because if you get past France, then we're probably looking at Spain or Portugal, you would say. I mean, either of them are going to be teams that could knock us out. And then in the final, you're probably looking at Argentina or Brazil. So I've said before, whoever wins this World Cup, they're going to have absolutely earned it. There can be no one that says that whoever wins this World Cup didn't deserve it. Because there's just no easy route to the final at this World Cup. It's lovely, actually, the way it's spaced out. From a neutral point of view, it's spaced out quite nicely. It means the big teams are likely going to play each other in the later stages. Here are the Senegal fans dancing away. You got to love them. You got to love them. Senegal going down that left-hand side. They can still cause England problems, of course, as I said. Until we get to like the 80-minute mark, I'm not going to be feeling like this is job done yet. Walker needs to be more of a walker against Mbappe. He needs to be a runner. Felix said, I've officially gotten bored of American football. It's just too many commercials and too many boring breaks. Still, don't really care about real football. I'm going to keep up with the English League, said Felix. Felix, shout out to you. Premier League's pretty fun. There are a few passages, though, where, you know, like things go a bit flat. But I think that there's a reason as to why it's like the world's most favourite sport. Okay, England still keeping this a slow tempo. England just really trying to take the sting out of the game. It might not be great for the neutral. It's certainly great for England. England just keeping this like walking pace as well. But Senegal have won themselves a free kick. This could be a little bit nervy here. If they score this, then the nerves will start to creep back in. Whilst it's 3-0, obviously that's quite a comfortable cushion. The Senegal manager looks like Snoop Dogg. Gaming with Matt said, Argentina, Portugal, Brazil, Spain and England, France. So many amazing teams. Ball coming in and just goes wide. Just goes wide by Senegal. There was a moment there where I think people thought that had snuck in. Curled it round. Yeah, Pickford was there. He had it covered and it just hits the side net in. So we had a two-man wall of Grealish and Kane. And Pickford just not happy about something there. There's the Senegal dancers, but there's not much enthusiasm by some of them, is there? It's just it's a little bit of that. There's a lot of glum faces in the Senegalese stands, but they should be proud of their team. They managed to get out the group stage. Gave England a bit of a tough test for certainly the first 30 minutes. But right now, England are looking to make a few more changes. Phillips looks like he's about to come on. I'd like to see Maddison come on, you know. I'd like to see Maddison come on. I feel like Maddison could really do with some minutes out there. Here's Grealish. Grealish driving forwards and loses the ball. Ball is going over to the right-hand side. We're getting into the final 15. Rob said, I would argue that this World Cup with the best forward options for most teams, but a lot of the best teams don't have strong defences. If Rashford scores, free school dinners for everyone, said Lion Guitar Fall. Yes. Ball is back as there's a foul on Harry Kane. Yellow cards. I don't like Kane being out there. I don't think that's needed now. Yeah, he proper barged into him. Look at that. Do you think having a Winter World Cup is bringing out the best football? I feel like it might be an advantage for England. England certainly playing with a freshness that we don't usually see. They're just saying about should Southgate take off Harry Kane. Well, Bellingham's coming off. Mason Mount coming on. Bellingham off. And Stones coming off as well. So Dyer and Mount are on. Looks like it's not really a change of personnel, is it? That's a midfielder for a midfielder. And it is a defender for a defender. So it doesn't look like we're changing anything there. Southgate has a problem with Trent, the poor lad, said Dort Knight. Ellie said, what's your dream team? It must include Maguire. For England, I would probably say 4-2-3-1. Bellingham and Rice, but with Bellingham being given room to get forwards. So Bellingham and I think you saw with that second goal, like Bellingham picking it up kind of from that sixth position and driving forward and seeing what he can create. So I don't mind Bellingham there. I would give him the box to box freedom though. So yeah, I'd probably have Rice and Bellingham with Saka, Foden. It's tricky, innit? I might go Saka, Foden, and Rashford, and then Kane up front. And then in defence, Walker, Stones, Maguire, and Shaw. Ball bouncing around the Senegal area. Harry the GOAT is going to score a hat-trick in the last 20 minutes, said Gaming with Matt. Ball going all the way back to Pickford. Pickford launching it forward, launching it over to that right-hand side. It's being chased after, but it goes out of play. Rashford trying to get onto the end of that, but no joy. So 78th minute, we've got 12 minutes, and of course there will be added on time, but this is great news for England. Felix said it sucks that there's a break for the quarterfinals. We've been having football for 2 weeks. But I know they do need breaks. I must admit, I'm looking forward to the couple of days. I've got plenty of stuff that I need to be doing. Refresh the batteries. So, yeah, I understand that football fans might be a bit disappointed, but I am welcoming those 2 days with open arms. Alessandro said I'm just checking. The benefit is that all teams aren't playing at the end of the season and they're not all tired. I don't know if the football has been better as a result, but I definitely don't think it's something that hurts England. I think, was it Capello? I remember some previous England manager saying that if the World Cup was played in December, England would be a favourite. Because he used to get the players and they would all be shattered. Austin, shout out to you. Christmas shopping. Forget Christmas shopping. People can have vouchers. That's what vouchers were made for. Ball going down the line. That's lovely. Rashford is away. Rashford in the... Oh. Rashford trying to get the ball in towards Harry Kane, but Kane just could not get onto the end of it. That was lovely by Rashford. Ball coming to Grealish. Here is Shaw. Rice. Ball making its way back to Maguire. England passing it around about 65% of the ball. Must say, though, that England's XG is only 0.83. It's not, according to the XG, they're not expected to be winning 3-0. So England with 65% of the ball. They've only had 4 shots on target. They scored 3 of them. That's pretty clinical. Here is Rashford. Rashford driving forward. He's got about 3 Senegal players around him. We are into the final 10 minutes then. Vouchers equal golden tickets. Ball coming over. YouTube dub. Shout out to you, my friend. Hope you are enjoying this from England. Again, I know this is going to be flat for the neutrals. It wouldn't surprise me if people turn the TV off around the world as England just see out this game. I don't give a flip. It was all about England getting the job done. And they've managed to do exactly that. Just seeing a replay of Rashford whipping that ball into the middle and Harry Kane just could not get on the end of it. So there's an applause. I don't know why. It looks like Henderson is going off. Jordan Henderson going off the field. And Calvin Phillips is coming on. Yeah, great. Let's have a look at the... let's have a little look at the breakdown here. So, Bellingham, 7.5. Henderson, 7.7. I mean, obviously massively helped by the fact that he got that goal. Phil Foden, 8.1. Saka, 7.8. Kane, 7.6. The only two players that are in the sixes, well, three if you include the keeper, is Luke Shaw and Declan Rice. Everyone else is in the sevens. Not really much from Senegal, is there? I mean, there's not really much there for them. It's hard to know who's really stood out for Senegal. But some good performances for England. Some really good performances. Let's get the stats back up. We are into the final 10. This is definitely one of those games that does not need like 8 added minutes. I've only watched some of the match. I only tuned in for the 66 minutes, said YouTube dub. Well, honestly, I'd say at that point, that's when England were just going into game management mode. That was just a case then of England just seeing this out. Ball forwards. Here's Rashford. No joy. Ball goes bouncing around the midfield. We're into the 83rd minute. And, I mean, this should be it for England now. Senegal playing the ball in the middle. 25 minutes added, probably, says Ellie. Nice by Senegal. Just trying to find a way forward. England sitting back, though. Yeah, they're saying they're really looking forward to Mbappe against Kyle Walker. Really looking forward to England against France. Oh, man, all the build for that game is going to be so tasty. So tasty. That's the game that everyone said that England would lose. And is that going to be true? Is that where England go out of this World Cup? Ball is whipped in. It's put over. Steve said, I'm biting my nails. I've got Henderson to score first. 3-0. It's 190 to 1, said Steve. Oh, my God, mate. So you had Henderson to score first and 3-0. And that's 190 to 1. Dude. How much did you put on that? How much did you put on that? I thought Senegal would have been a lot better than they've been, said Martin. France is going to beat England, says YouTube Dub. Are any of the players on England's teams cute? They're all cute, Sonny. All of them are cute. In my eyes, every player that puts a shirt on for England is cute. Including Peter Beardsley and Wayne Rooney. Here is Rashford trying to find a through ball, but no joy. Rashford's looking lively, you know. Rashford's looking really lively. Ghosty MPA said, I really want England to beat France. Here's Pickford. Pickford launching the ball forwards. Trying to get it towards Grealish. Saturday night. Saturday night. What a great way to spend a Saturday night. England versus France. 86th minute is where we are in this one. Ball being played back to Mendy. What if England make them humble? Did we consider that? What if England smash them 4-0 and make them humble? Here's Grealish. Grealish playing the ball forward. Edge of the area. Harry Kane juggling the ball around, but no joy. Only Kane left on the pitch who scored, said Cal. I accidentally know that Southgate is my great-granddad, says Ellie. Well, ask him if it's coming home, would you? Argentina are going to win the World Cup, said YouTube Dub. They're offering £1 to cash out. That's madness. Ball in the middle. Yeah, how much did you put on it? We are seeing the ball getting thrown into Senegal. Edge of the area. Shot comes in and it goes well wide. Goes well wide. Hayden said it's Sunday morning for me in New Zealand when England play France. Well, if the game kicks off at 7 on Saturday, that's a nice time, actually, because People will have been out Christmas shopping. They can get back to watch the game. And it is going to be about 2 Eastern American time on Saturday. So Senegal coming forward. Ball being whipped into the middle. And Pickford claims you put £1 on it. So you put £1 on it. And so you would get 190 back. It's not bad for a day's work, is it? Dante said England are dominating. King Tiger, hello. Shout out to you. Says greetings from Germany. Ball going all the way back. Comes to Pickford's. Ball into Rice. England are just seeing this out. We're into the 88th minute. Is the game being played indoors? I don't know, you know. When they showed aerial shots, the roof was open, but there is a roof on this stadium. Ball going all the way back to Mendy. Launch forwards. It's lovely work, this, by England. Very controlled. Very controlled. Thomas said, I think England will beat France 2-1. The 2 Sunderland lads will get England through. Away the lads! Yes. He said it's coming home, said Ellie. Sonny Wolf. I think England going to win. My guess is that France-Argentina in the final and Argentina win 2-1. Okay. Yeah, it has been game management in this second half. Ball over on this right-hand side, and Grealish trying to battle away there. Referee blows his whistle, though. Yeah, I mean, this has not been great by Senegal. Senegal have not looked good here at all. I mean, wow. The next test is going to be a monstrous step up. Monstrous. Ball being played into the middle, and it comes back out onto the right-hand wing. It's bouncing around the penalty area. Oh, my God. It's skied over. So, heartbreak for Senegal. Senegal might need a goal hero here at the end. I believe in England, says Sonny. Well, listen, it's going to be difficult. England might buckle. Plenty of people think England will go out at that stage. But we'll find out in a week's time. Senegal fans looking really glum, but they're still dancing away. Senegal ball was too high, it was. Senegal might pull a goal back at the end. I feel for Senegal. I wish they would get at least 1 goal, said Austin. Right, well, 90th minute. Pickford launches the ball forward, launches it over to that right-hand side. Ball going down the line. England just seeing this out. We don't know how many added on minutes there are yet. Hopefully not many. There's 4. 4. It doesn't need to be any more than that. 4 added minutes. Ball being played forward. Could England find another one? That would be nice, in all fairness. Here's Grealish. Grealish, edge of the area, plays the ball into Short. Short dinks it up, back post, bounces. And it's side netting for Rashford. Side netting for Rashford. Look at that. Oh, I tell you what, that was unlucky. That was Rashford desperately trying to get his foot wrapped around that. Unlucky. France will be distracted by something and England will score. So we are seeing England just seeing out this game. Fantastic, fantastic result for England. The performance, not always convincing. Certainly not the mistakes made in the first half an hour. If they do that against France, it's might as well pack your bags before you even play the game, to be honest. But they will know that, and they've got a week to work on that. Ball being headed forwards. Cleared by England. This has been a long 45, says Bob. think it's just hard, innit? I mean, where England were 3-0 up, England just shut shop, didn't they? And Senegal really were never going to get into the game, never even looked like getting into the game. Never even had a chance apart from the one that I think England gifted them. They have managed to get a free kick, though, here, Senegal. Portington has found out the World Cup has mystic powers. England always breaks our heart. It's never coming home. Here we go. 2 minutes left. We're into the 93rd minute now. Senegal have got a free kick. So Senegal have got a free kick. Grealish is down. Senegal going to look to take this, and they do, and it bounces off the wall. Bounces off the wall. England's wall stands firm. England will beat France 2-1. The two Sunderland lads get the job done. Pickford and Henderson away the lads. Looks like it's going to be a Senegal corner. Senegal are starting to play now. Senegal have decided that they're going to get their 3 goals now. In the 3rd minute of stoppage time. If England wins, will you give me your YouTube channel? No. Ball cleared there by England. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game already, says Martin. Well, we'll be doing that. Sonny said, some of you are Debbie Downers. England will do it. You've just got to believe. Well said, Sonny. I sacrificed a goat to help England win, and I got a rainstorm instead, says Trini. Well, I appreciate you doing that. Can you do it again for the France game? Can you sacrifice all the goats? We need all the goats to be sacrificed. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner to Senegal, and this is probably going to be the last action of this game. Can England keep a clean sheet? Senegal looking to play it in, and they do. Into the middle. It's headed clear there by Maguire. I mean, England will be happy for the clean sheet, but they were hardly tested. Grealish trying to get back and make sure that they keep this clean sheet. England are still working. And there it is. There it is. So England win, and they are through for a tasty game against France. It's the game that everyone predicted. It's the game that a lot of people in England fear. But France won't want to be playing England either. Make no mistake about it. France will have been watching this, cheering on Senegal. And it's just like earlier where Poland couldn't get the job done. Senegal couldn't get the job done either. Bob said they think it's all over. That's because it is. Legend Killer said England 3, Senegal 0. Oof. Next Saturday, man. Next Saturday. Amazing. I think they've got Sweet Caroline playing, actually. I can hear it. That is the biggest knockout win for England since 2002. That is the biggest knockout win for England since 2002. Full-time, England 3, Senegal 0. Congratulations, England fan, says Martin. Heather says, well, that was a resounding win for England. Yeah, I appreciate everyone that was just joining us, to be honest, whether you supported Senegal or whether you supported England. Everyone was welcome, and just as it will be again next week when it's England versus France, we're going to need all of your support. We're going to need all of your good wishes. Sacrifice all the goats, all the lambs, all the sheep, whatever you need to do. Do your rain dances. England versus France next week in the quarterfinals is going to be monstrous. It's going to be monstrous. Right. we're done. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate the support. I'm going to go and grab something to eat and start setting up streams for tomorrow and Tuesday, because obviously we're going to be doing those games as well. 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Tuesday. And then there is a break. And then, of course, we start coming back with these quarterfinal games. So thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.